Well, good evening, everyone. It's that time of the week again. Am I the only one drinking right now? Really? It's
No,
just. Oh, okay. So I'm not alone this time. Yay!
nope. I got my rum right here with me. I'm just trying to make myself more appropriate for streaming.
Appropriate how? Because that could go so many different directions depending on where you're streaming to.
Yeah, I'm trying to fix the size of something. So hold on.
Ah. And we might just have to go without the captured web chat for a while because it's deciding to want to not do the wraparound text.
Uh,
Oh, there it goes. Now it's updated, kind of. Wait a minute. No.
It's not updated on the stream yet.
No, I'm looking at it in OBS and it was like, oh, wait, I
Oh.
saw multiple wait, no. Stupid frickin' OBS. They fix one thing, they break something else. But hey, guys, I actually did get to figure out why I was having the issues with the encoder.
Oh yeah.
Apparently, during the last OBS update, it actually caused an update on my graphics settings.
Yeah.
And the Intel graphics program decided to shut off. So the system wasn't recognizing it, wasn't recognizing it as a standalone GPU.
oh,
That was a fun find. That was a fun fix.
I'm sure that was. All right. I'm gonna have a complaint from Mannycam here in just a minute.
Oh?
Well, I'm trying to size myself, and then when I get myself sized to the size I want, I can't just drag that window over to where I want it. I have to try and shrink the dimensions down manually to fit the spot, and it won't do it ever the proper way.
Nice.
Because then I end up grabbing and pulling around the background image that I'm trying to do. Because dragging and dropping, tends to be a thing,
ah, okay, furball's in.
Yep. But he's still muted. And
Yeah, he's
and
gotta go.
but the question is, has he taken a barbecue up to the DMZ yet?
I'm gonna venture to say no.
I just dropped a comment in the internal chat. Dog has to go pee, and no, I have not brought a barbecue up to the DMZ.
No,
I'll be back in a minute.
All right.
Dog needs to pee.
he's trying to sneak in that pistol I showed him.
And there you go. And there you go, Jared. I re-uploaded the picture. The new one.
All right. Let's take a peek because why not? Oh, look, someone who's already figured out the setups over there.
I joined. I just haven't been in there to really look around yet.
Oh, that. Oh, yes, the regular Navy versus Aviation one. Yeah.
Give me just a second. I will share that to everybody.
Oh yeah, I saw that picture. That was funny.
And it's so true. I always wonder why the janitors think they have rights to talk. And yay, with all that stuff.
All right, now let's go and tweak that a bit.
What else have you guys had going on? Because it was quite the day for me.
I can imagine. Me, the thing I hated was staring at a spreadsheet for 2 hours.
I've just been streaming off and on all day.
Yeah, I saw you had a test before, but I wasn't able to go watch it. Anything groundbreaking?
No, I'm just testing out the microphone here.
Nice. I like the green screen.
Yeah, see, now what are we going to do for the layout for obviously not tomorrow, but next week?
Oh, hold on. I got something for that. It won't work the way I wanted it to, just because the way Manicam is being a little bit of a bitch, but I have been working on that.
Okay.
Media file.
I'm telling you, we got to find an appropriate bridge setting for.
Oh, I was kind of thinking of this really quick. See if this shows up here.
Oh, nice.
The view screen does kind of work, but
Well, what I was gonna do is I was gonna here. Let me add a layer really quick, and I'm gonna add.
but it's not blue static.
As in the Mutara Nebula.
I was gonna try and size the window to fit in the view screen just right, but it won't. Once I get to certain points, it just.
If you trim it, though.
I can't trim.
Oh, not in Manicam. Oh, okay.
Yeah. See, if I were to run OBS, I could do it. But that's what I was kind of thinking, is because I have the I could always put my camera in place in one of the spots over here when it's just, it shows the 3 people when it's 4 people in there,
Mm-hmm.
Jared. I was going to spread it out, but unfortunately I cannot do that in this program. So I have to find another virtual webcam for free to see if I can tweak with that. So transition.
There you go.
Nice.
Or I can cut. But I prefer the transition.
Now, if only you could get the transition, the lateral one that you did before, but again, have a color shimmer go with it. But again, can you get it to happen in light blue?
Let's see here.
You change the static distortion.
Oh.
No, I'll move this too.
I might be able to, if I could figure out how to create the effect in After Effects, I might be able to make a layer for it on here.
Why'd you have to find that one, Burns?
That bridge. You don't like that one?
I'm debating on which background I'm going to use for next week.
We need to find
DS9 ops, maybe.
yeah, maybe.
Well, I'm trying to keep it. I'm trying to keep it themed for whatever we're actually talking about that week.
Well, yeah. Trying to find the appropriate refit bridge.
Well, what I'm thinking for next week, I might use one of the monitor screens and put me on the monitor.
Oh, there you go.
I don't know if I could do it right, but one of them, there's where Kirk is talking to Marcus, and she's actually got some lights flashing and blinking in the background. I'm going to see if I can overlay that so that, or behind me, so the lights are still flashing while I'm in front of them.
Oh, okay. I see what you're getting at.
But again, I'm on a Mac, so 90% of the cool things you guys can do, I can't.
You don't say.
You know. It'd be
No,
a
no,
little-
no. No, this is what you need to put for the overlay. There you go. I didn't share it. I threw it in Discord.
How did you get a picture of Furball's bathroom?
He's been screen capping.
Nice.
Oh, I wish I had that.
My wife would kill me if I had that.
Oh no.
I got a little bit of trivia about the transporter, by the way.
Would it be how they actually used part of the TOS transporter but turned it upside down for TNG?
That would be the bit of trivia I was referring to.
Yep.
What is that?
Oh, you I'm surprised you didn't know that. Okay, so go ahead and bring the picture back up of the transporter.
Yes.
All right, hold on just a second.
What are you bunch of nerds doing?
We're being
being
nerds.
Okay, good. Make sure.
We're doing nerd stuff.
I don't have my green screen set up right now, so I can't play.
So,
Oh,
so
I can.
the pads,
So
at,
what's
the pads at the bottom are the lights at the top of the next generation Enterprise D transporters.
You're
Mhm.
kidding.
Actual
Yeah, they just flipped it over.
stuff, yeah. Not just replicas.
All right, let me go here.
Time to Google.
Why are you so pixelated with your background, Jay? Jay, I had the perfect idea.
What?
There's a very special video of a particular fluffy furball as a child going into a Star Trek thing.
Oh no, where that is going to be remastered and reshown on one of the next Kanar with Tamar episodes.
Yeah, that's not
I
for
was just
veterans.
going to say, Jay should use that as the background.
No.
It's just as pixelated.
No, we're trying to get the full view of the bridge. And by the way, so Jay, go ahead and show that one. So
I'm working on that.
So speaking of shower curtains, there was no ifs, ands, or buts about it. My wife was very particular about the shower curtain that she wanted. Anyone want to take a guess how much it cost to get this on a shower curtain?
Exfoliate.
Nice.
Exfoliate.
Exfoliate.
Nice.
Take
I'm
a
sure you could. I'm sure you could buy those in England.
Nope.
$50.
Nope. So,
Come on.
So for,
120.
no, so take a guess on the lead, how long it took for it to come in to begin with. From placing the order until it arrived at the house, how long do you guys think it took?
3 weeks.
So was that
More.
custom made? Custom printed onto it?
Made to order.
Oh.
Because,
I want to say probably 8 weeks.
Yeah.
yeah, pretty damn close. And here's the kicker is, oh God, what? ThinkGeek.
Be right back.
When they were still a fully operational website and store, they used
'cause
to
fuck
have
GameStop.
that. Yeah. They used to have that. But they stopped carrying it probably about a year ago. To the point where the only place I could find that particular shower curtain was through a vendor who did everything to order in Arizona on Etsy.
Oof.
Yeah.
So, again, does anyone want to take a guess how much it cost, including
250.
shipping?
Yeah, I'd say 150 to 200.
Anyone else want to venture a guess?
What's the material?
Just
Shower curtain.
just regular.
PVC.
No, so it is a fabric, but it's not really like the decorative fabric. It is slightly waterproof, water-resistant fabric.
Okay, so but is it woven?
Yeah, woven and then silk screen.
Ooh.
Probably about $250 then.
Well, it depends on if it's Chinesium or actual quality.
So far, it appears to be quality.
Speaking of things taking forever in the mail / post / FedEx, whatever, I got something new today in the mail.
Fitty?
Ooh.
Yeah. Jared, do you know what it is?
What appears when you pour something hot into it?
That was going to be my question. What's on the other side of the mug? Ah, nice.
Oh.
Finally got it.
I thought the pattern looked familiar. But
Hey, have I showed you guys what my family went to Comic-Con in Colorado last year as?
I don't think so, but so we have multiple guesses everywhere from 100 to what? 250 was the top?
I'm going to say about 375.
I'll be the stupid one to say 50.
198 and change.
Gee, shit.
It's an expensive shower curtain.
Again, the only source to get it. And I tried to ask her to pick another one. She was like, "Nope, that's the one I want." I'd rather go with it. She would rather have gone with the clear inner liner alone than to go with a different pattern.
Nice.
Although I have found a couple of Dalek shower curtains, but not with the
But not the exfoliate. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Nice.
You like the boys' custom-made costume? Took me about a month to make that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I can see it. And you even got the plunger. Now, is that an actual whisk hiding behind the other side?
Yes, it is. Yep. Now, all of the gold balls on there are, I bought a package of like the little play balls for a pit for kids, and then I had to cut them in half.
And then paint them.
Spray paint them and glue them on.
All things obtainable at Dollar General. I love it.
Pretty much.
Nice.
But then the labor putting it together, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It took about a month because that was a lot of cutting. And one of the hardest things to find was what I was going to use for the lights on the top of the helmet. What I ended up using were plastic shot glasses.
Yeah, I could see that.
Was it a surprise for your kid, or did he help?
No, he's too young. That was all me. I had a blast building it.
I bet.
I'm sitting here trying to figure out what the rest of the material is, like the rest of the suit. The part.
I'll put it back up.
When I went cosplaying.
What? I have so many questions, and yet What?
Okay.
Link?
Oh, yeah, Link and... What the fuck?
Oh, we had a good time.
I would hope so, but explain.
The only thing missing almost is a reference to Spaceballs the movie, but...
There was somebody at the con dressed up as Dark Helmet.
And
So I recognize Link, but I'm not sure about the other.
Is that I think there's
Flutterbat in the middle, and I'm dressed up as Magica from the game Magica, one of the wizards.
What's with the My Little Pony, though?
Oh! I threw that on there just for people to recognize.
Well, he is a
Put a
brony after all.
Teletubby on the right-hand side. And it'll be complete.
Well,
Here, I'll bring my picture back up.
being shot at, maybe, but yeah.
So I just want to read out a comment from one of the wonderful members of the channel. You will wear this, and you will like it.
So the material on this, the build, trying to remember the uprights. Is it presenting?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. The body of it was foam, was like 1/2 inch foam for like kids presentation type backboard.
Okay.
And then another
Yeah, you
layer of it
kinda-
down on the bottom for the black.
You can see it because you cut the backing on one side and bent it at the corners.
Yep.
Okay.
And then the same thing for the gold on the chest. Same thing, just cut out squares. The helmet was actually an army helmet that had like a big badge on the front. You'd push a button and it would make noise. I just ripped that off, and then I had to make an actual harness to hold it on his head.
Nice.
Holding it up is just like elastic strap that you can get at the craft store, and it's glued in the front and back. Plunger and whisk. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that's specialized in there. One of the full balls that are the gold ones, that's what's the front of his helmet.
And
No feds.
Blake, it looks like you stole Bill Nye's jacket, but you forgot to find a leather coat.
That is from the dollar store.
But
That
you
jacket.
you got the bow tie good, so
You forgot the
and
fez.
that's hand tied.
and it shows.
Nice. Ouch.
You
Nice.
forgot the fez, though.
He's the mini me though. He looks just like you, man. Like seriously, he looks like a mini version. Like my kid had features of both. You know what I'm saying? But I'm sure he got something from his mom.
Jared, I got a question for you.
What?
So I just sent someone a private message saying, "Hey, I found this. What do you think?" Essentially, and they just blasted it on a live stream of me trying to attack someone. I have a question. If someone's selling a product on their page, are they not responsible for that product?
One would think so. And
I'm not sure how me pointing at that as a product that was sold on their page is attacking them or trying to smear them. I mean, are they not responsible for their own fucking product?
But at the same time, you got to look in the mirror at where the perception of where the information is coming from.
Okay.
Because sometimes people's reaction is based on that.
How about this is 3 years ago, 3 years ago, Halloween.
Nice.
Before it was official that they were a thing too. Nice. At least
you can't see it there. My son has Bran on his back.
Oh, okay.
He's Hodor.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
But you weren't able to hide the dog in a R2D2 costume.
It's fake news, man. That's CGI.
All right. So
Is that a sheep down there? What the?
no, that's Oh no.
Ghost and Nymeria.
I was trying to remember if it was Nymeria or not. I couldn't. I kept getting the dogs confused between Sansa's and Arya's.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh wait, no, his
Macy White.
yeah. Sansa's is Arya's is Nymeria. Yeah.
Yeah. So
and my son was able to say Hodor, and my daughter knew half of her kill list.
nice.
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 So from Cy Strikeling, JC Photos, 1 year when she was young, maybe 8 years old, Cy made a box of McDonald's French fries, but like 3 foot tall box, and bigger and heavier than her, but she was so proud of that costume. And that's the thing is, I never really did much costume-wise for Halloween growing up. it was mainly about how far could we go, how much candy could we get, and then later on it was how much can I mess with people without them realizing I'm there.
Jared, I think. Oh, sure, Furball.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine.
And this was homemade as well. That the cloak was originally a Jedi cloak that I had to sew up to make it look a little raggedy for Hodor, and then make him a little backpack.
Nice.
Hodor.
Too soon?
So here's one that I could try and do, Jared. I could try and take a screenshot of this plane,
Mm-hmm.
get a shot of, me, Geo, and Furball in here, and then put your eagle head right here on Shatner.
We'll see. Like I said, we have a week to play with it, and
So at the very least, I could get you a screenshot of it, and you can do it on your end, so it goes out to the stream better that way.
well, yeah, playing with the layout wise. So here is or no, I just had a different idea with it then.
Uh-oh.
I'll have to see how much time I have to actually dedicate to it or not. With the Switch.
Oh, hey, Bo. Did you see that YouTube link I sent you on Discord and DMs?
I haven't watched it yet, but it is in my watch list.
Okay.
And especially day was I had a kind of shitty day, kind of busy too. Well, not kind of, really busy. So, I mean, it didn't even have a chance today.
Did care to share the title?
Oh,
It's just a microphone video.
Oh,
yeah. It's a 14 dynamic microphone shootout. Yeah.
I can't remember the YouTuber, but he's a guy that does. Yeah, he does a lot of microphone reviews and tests. Although I wish he would also upload raw files.
He does on this one actually.
To drive
There's links to all of them.
Oh, good. When you want to review something, especially something that records either video or photos or audio, YouTube isn't exactly the best format for it. They compress the hell out of it. But maybe he will do it from now on with everything.
Well, not everything, but he did it on this just because of the amount of microphones he was using.
Okay.
Here we go.
but actually, you know what? I feel like having some fun in the live chat.
Uh-oh.
Hey, Jared, I just sent you something.
Yeah, well, I feel like going on an attack somewhere, so I need a fleet with me.
Oh, really?
There we go.
This can't be good.
Hi, Sean. So, I have a question. Did I...
Not here, pig. And I guess you weren't listening, pig, when I said not here.
So here's the list of the microphones he was reviewing, from cheapest to most expensive. The Rode Pod mic, the MXL BC D1, Golden Age Projects D2, Art D7, the Procaster.
Jared, Pig requested I come here to address this. Knowing that I was live on Team Skeptic Show, he asked me to come here to address it.
Oh, yeah, because you're fucking full of shit.
Really?
Yes.
How did you open this conversation up, Pig? Did you know this is on Team Skeptic's shop site, and you listed off the Ashley Rojas page that she set up?
I sent everything that was sent to me. Because I just now got this. I got it at like 6 o'clock.
and you sent me 5 links all about stuff that Ashley Rojas posted, not Team Skeptic, and you're going off about how Team Skeptic's pushing this to the public.
Is this not on his business site that he owned?
Does he have more? Was he the only person addressing the web, doing the webpage?
And also, isn't the products on that site also from the same company?
Is he the only person that was in charge of the business?
Don't know. It was a business that he proclaims to be an owner of.
Yes, and his assistant had her own little side business, which he addressed to you live, and you still kept sending me links.
I
dealing with his assistant.
I wasn't aware. I wasn't watching. I was here.
Yeah, this is your problem, Pig. You grab something that you think might smear somebody's name, and you push it out to everybody without doing any fucking research or basic reading of the page.
Directly on his shop.
Is his name Ashley Rojas?
No, but it's a
then
product.
What the fuck is your problem?
It's a product listed on his shop.
Is his name Ashley Rojas?
Sean,
who is providing that service?
Hold on,
Ashley
Sean?
Rojas.
Yes. Who is producing the service? Ashley Rojas.
So why are you trying to smear Team Skeptic with something that somebody else is doing?
Sean, I have a question.
Waste of flesh, and this is why I keep pointing it out.
I have a question for you. If I have a product on my store selling urine, okay?
Which is what you want to do anyway. But
yes.
Go on.
Yes. Am I not responsible for that product?
If you're the one selling that product, yes, you are.
Now,
Ashley's the one selling the service.
Selling the service. Here's the thing, right? Part of my deal with Cheshire for let's say urine, right? She's the one selling that service. I'm still responsible for what's on my store.
Since people aren't here, are fully aware.
I am responsible for what's on my store.
People in chat are asking questions.
I have.
People in the internal chat are asking what's going on. While I was live on Team Skeptic's show tonight, Pig starts sending me links saying, "Look, this is on Team Skeptic's page." Like he wants me to hold him responsible for something that he's not selling.
We were live on it.
Oh, bullshit! You knew we were talking about it.
I was sent that at 6 p.m., so I shared it.
Then how did you know? Then how did you know to say, "How is me sending you something privately causing drama?" Which is what we were talking about on Team Skeptic's show.
I got a message about it.
Oh, bullshit!
I didn't. Hold on. Bullshit! I didn't get a message about it.
As soon as I started talking about it, you sent me. I sent that to you privately.
Yes, because Leon sent me it directly. Sean let out that you're
pissed off because your attack on Craig didn't work out the way you wanted. So now you're going after Team Skeptic. I've warned people that you were this type of person, that if you don't get something that you want, you will just attack anybody you can to make yourself feel better. You're a fucking troll. You're a waste of fucking flesh.
Am I directly attacking Team Skeptic?
In this, yes, you're trying to say he's peddling woo. And it's not him doing it.
So I'm not responsible for any of my business associates or what I have on a shop that is directly connected to my business.
Does Team Skeptic still run that business?
No, he sold it, but this was during when he was still connected to that business.
July 13th of this year. Are you sure about that?
According to Skeptic, you didn't say that that was one of his assistants?
Find a resolution. What?
You do know that this is the reason why I fucking blocked you, is because you make connections that don't exist.
Connections that don't exist. Name some of them.
Let's see. You tried to say that Fight the Flat Earth decided to keep money when he didn't, which was an outright lie by you. No, he didn't. No.
So you didn't tell me to wait a couple days before
I told you to wait to find out, and I actually sent you a screenshot on why I told you to wait. And you pushed it forward anyway after you changed the narrative to where you started to remove factual information and just start making appeals to emotion. Well, let's put your videos back up. We'll point them all out.
Okay. Go ahead and open up the one that I sent you directly. The
first one that I told you. The first one that. Shut up, Pig. The first one that you sent me, I said, Yes, do that, and you still had some gaps in there. You said you're going to be adding some to it.
Yeah, I added a cartoon.
Oh, no. You changed the entire fucking video.
I changed the entire video. What in the video was changed, Sean?
Everything.
Everything was changed?
Yes. It was not even remotely close to the same video.
Yes, everything was mostly the same. You can go to your Hangouts and look at the Google Drive link I sent you, Sean.
I still have that first video saved when you told me to download it. What you uploaded to YouTube was not even close to the same video.
Download. Alrighty. Who here has watched my video with Fight the Flat Earth, the first one?
Right now, this is between you two.
Okay, I'm just asking who here has watched it.
I was going to say, if you're going to keep up with this shit between you and Sean, look at Pig. I'm out. I don't want to be around this. I was tired of it with Fight the Flat Earth and you, and I'm beyond tired of it with you and anything else in Team Skeptic. Seriously, look at Pig. Let it go. These people are not bad people.
So he's trying to play him off to me, and I'm sick of it.
Find somebody. Wait, look at Pig.
Mm-hmm.
Find somebody like G-Man to attack. Do something constructive. Stop attacking people who are doing nothing but debunk woo. Literally, that's all Fight the Flat Earth, Team Skeptic, and everybody else in this room does.
All right.
Stop
but
finding reasons to.
But here's the problem, Bull. There's no drama in that. There's no drama in that. That's why he's not doing it.
Well, that's like I said, that's between you and him, Sean. Between you and him. But I don't want to be in the same room. I don't want to be in the same room with this shit. So,
Sean, is this not the video that I sent you?
Let me find it. Again, if it's the same G Drive link, then yes, it probably is. But
all right,
what you uploaded to YouTube was not the same video.
Regardless of whether I made it very clear on stream or not, I did put it in the description, and once the ad revenue comes in from that,
same exact clip, same exact start, same exact screenshot,
and give what you can. It will help off the
same audio clip.
He did his stream on the 31st of May. He received the funds yesterday.
I remember that being in the video.
We talk about the charity.
I remember that being in the video.
And doing it because
remember that being in the video.
Outside of this, you have missing funds that one decided not to communicate to the beneficiary.
That was in the video.
And I'm sorry, but I've been trying to plan things to say thank you, but there's a bunch of shit that keeps getting in the way.
For chat AdSense.
I'm pretty sure
it goes
backward.
That was in the video.
I struggle to
stop share things, even if it was a mistake
that was in the video.
Talking about AdSense.
That was in the video.
Email is
okay. I'm just.
That was in the video. This wasn't in the video because it was a useless animation, if I recall.
He has started making a claim that I scammed him.
That was in the video.
Or
that was in the video.
Trusty Galaxy donate.
That was in the video.
And by saying this,
that was in the video.
His own definition.
Do I have to continue?
Well, seeing as how you're not showing the original, the video that you actually uploaded, it's really kind of pointless now. So you're saying, "Oh, that was there, that was there, that was there."
Okay, let's go.
You're not backing it up.
Hold on. Let me download my hard drive real quick. Let me grab that, and I'll get the original one that I uploaded. Give me 1 second.
Sorry, Jared.
No. Sometimes kids got to learn the hard way.
To stop starting shit that doesn't exist? Yeah.
What I find ironic is how much you've been defending him over the past couple weeks over on somebody else's server.
Who?
You, Sean, that you've been
I've been
defending
defending-
Pig for the conversations we've been having.
I've been defending Pig as far as the whole side strike thing goes. About Unirock, about putting information out there that's not true. Yeah, I've been defending Pig, and this is the part's really pissing me off. I don't want to be in the position to. I don't want to be in the position to defend Pig because I can't stand the dude. But Unirock was doing some bullshit, and I'll call out bullshit where bullshit's at. And that's why I'm here now. That's why I left the live stream I was on to come here. Because he asked me to come here and call out his bullshit. So again, Jared, I apologize. I didn't want to bring this to your channel. He demanded it.
Yeah, and this is the end of it completely.
Yeah, about this whole thing, he sent me the whole page. He actually copy pasted it into a chat. Then he sent me the link to another page. Then he sent me the link to another page and a link to another page. He was absolutely trying to smear Team Skeptic. There is no question about that. And he was doing it while I was live with Team Skeptic.
Did he not ask me for the links?
You gave me that quote, and I just was curious where the hell it came from. So you did send me the link, and then you spammed me with three other links.
Yeah, I was linking everything within it.
Everything within that page? No, these are 3 separate pages.
No, everything connected to that. Within the quotes, there's 3 of them.
And again, the name attached to every single one of those links is his assistant, who set up her own side service.
Yes, and I asked, did you know this is on TS's site? That's all I asked.
And what was the point of that?
To see if you knew if that was on the site.
And what was the end goal of that, Pig, is what I'm trying to get to.
Because I was looking into it.
What was the end goal of telling me about all this, Pig?
To look into it.
And I did, and it doesn't match what you were trying to portray.
I wasn't trying to portray anything. I asked you,
was bullshit, Pig.
Did you know if this was on his site? Read my exact message.
Read your exact message. Okay. Did you know this is on Team Skeptic's shop site? This, and then I'm going to quote this because you took the time to copy paste all this. This one-day retreat presented by AUM Arts LLC, Ashley Rojas will empower you to raise your vibration and your highest self in your everyday life through heart-centered energy. Again, Pig. This is Ashley Rojas, not Team Skeptic. It's not a service being provided by him, but you had to make sure you pointed it out that this is on Team Skeptic's site.
Yeah, because it's listed underneath the products.
Okay, so it's now Google's fault because Flat Earth videos
No. This is directly on the site.
This is the association you're doing.
Products. You can go to buy, and it's right there. All right. So I'm going to do a side-by-side comparison. Let me open up the second one, the one that I sent you directly in the Hangouts. Okay. I guess I have to share my entire screen. Then give me 1 second. I need to disable notifications on my computer because it's connected to my phone. How do you hide notifications on your computer that's connected to your phone?
No idea.
Not a clue.
All right. Jared, can you set it so whenever I screen share, it's not broadcasted then?
Go for it.
Okay. Where's the meat? Which one's the meat? That's Discord. Here's the meat.
I apologize, Furball.
Alrighty.
Again, I'm not the one that started this shitstorm.
There you go. Share my entire screen.
Stream. Very good. Like, and was more focused on just trying to make it a good stream. Regardless of whether I made it very clear on the stream or not, I made it very clear on the script or not. And once
Would you say those are the same clips? I'm going to skip randomly into it and hit play.
Where he was critiqued for these actions, he still I asked the same question over and over because you feel guilty about.
You feel guilty about your association, or what?
About your actions.
Actions.
To me, a live stream fundraiser was taking place for Off the Hook by Fight the Flat Earth. The problem of this fundraiser was because of the reasons behind it. This reason was because of argumentative purposes. And furthermore, because of his actions that
well, seeing how they aren't saying the same thing at the same times, then yes, there was some seriously heavy editing going on.
Oh no. 207. That's also dependent on how the layers rank.
Stop altogether.
Complete stop altogether. Altogether. 1 second off.
Because of his philosophy. Being good publicity. Now, the problem Hook and her family suffers because he has adding fuel to the fire. Outside of this, you have missing funds that one decided not to communicate to the beneficiary of the fundraiser.
Even after a call where he was critiqued for these actions, he still refuses to do so. So I added a small little, actually, because reasons. Hold on, which part was that one?
Because reasons, I guess.
Even after a call where he was critiqued for these. Okay.
Off the that one decided not to communicate to the beneficiary of the fundraiser. Because reasons.
Okay, so here I added, even after a call where he was critiqued for these actions, he still has yet to do so. That's not rewriting the entire video. That's adding a small little voice clip, or actually removing, or adding, yeah.
Did not even know about the funds until I brought it to her.
Refuses to do so. He still refuses to do so. So I added one sentence there.
I guess. Off the Hook did not even know about the funds when confronted until I brought it to her attention. To lie about his statements and communications with her. Craig decided to lie about his statements and communications with her. Evident here.
Someone that just sits in chat rooms, and I'm sorry. I've been trying to plan things to say thank you, but there's a bunch of shit that keeps getting in the way. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if
You do know we can't hear things when you got both playing at the same time.
Okay, I'm bringing up the same clips at the same time. It takes a moment. Hold on.
All right, let's get back on track. About Off the Hook real quick. Craig, did you ever contact Off the Hook about this whole super chat nonsense?
So it's me asking him, which is also in here. It goes over the information.
Yes or no?
Oh my god, are you fucking there?
Great. Come on.
And it shows him directly lying, saying, I'm pretty sure I did. I asked him because I knew it was different. I pressured him, and he then changed his story. So that was the same one. It then goes into me talking with her, going over each question. That's the same on this video as it is the other one.
I never mentioned anything about that.
And each one is pretty much the same.
Super chat.
Even in here.
And they said, no, I just told you I didn't.
But he did. He sent it to the wrong email, and he has my correct.
Still the same.
That doesn't make sense. I still have all the messages. I still have everything that. There's nothing in there. Absolutely nothing in there about that.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
Then it does the animation that I cut out.
Type of video that. Why these accusations?
So why these accusations?
Or then it. And what donation? It has come to my attention that Fight the Flat Earth is not the person I thought he was.
Doesn't make sense.
That
I still have all the messages. I still have everything that. There's nothing in there. Absolutely.
Do you have any particular timestamp that you think I changed, or?
Integrity. He has started making a claim that he has not a shred of integrity. He has started making a claim that I scammed him.
Sean, do you have any particular part that you think I changed? Can you give me something here?
Well, if you put your fixed version on G Drive, I'll be glad to make a video about it.
Okay. I will upload that just for you.
Cool.
Because I can go through the entire video right now if you want me to. Because the only part that I know that was added after our conversation was a part that me and Cy worked on, and that's where it's
So
me.
You fixed all like the 10 minutes of blank space that you said you were going to add to. That's still blank in your new one.
That's the part me and Cy worked on. You brought up an issue, and I fixed that issue way back then.
Well, the issue I told you to fix was make sure to not make it a argument from emotion, which is exactly what you did in your video that you released, which is why I said, okay, I'm done with you.
You told me
to stick with the facts. Don't make anything an argument to emotion.
On Hangouts, it was
in our last call before you put the video up, when I told you to wait for 4 days because that was the time frame for when he was supposed to get paid. Said let him get paid first, and then if he doesn't do anything about to fix the issues, then make the video. You released the video on day 4, which was the same day he got out of the hospital.
No, I released my video 8 days after. I released my video on the 3rd. The only issue that I remember you having a problem with is an issue where it was Cy wanting to, essentially where Craig was saying that I was no longer welcomed on anyone's channel. Cy was going to be like me walking in, and it was me saying, hey, I heard I'm not welcome here anymore. And then Cy's like, well, what are you on about? Come here, grab a beer. Or whatever. That was going to be the original clip for the bar scene, right? You said you had a problem with that it was hypocritical. So I removed that part. And that's where you then have me going into the bar, and it's me going through what Craig says I did, that I was given a laptop, and then I bailed and ran from the community. And then you have what actually happened.
Which, by the way, speaking of, I've actually prevented Unirock from making a video about that because it is factually incorrect.
Yes, it is.
And here's the problem, Pig. I've been defending you against Unirock for like the last month because he's put out a lot of bullshit about you.
Oh yeah, he's claimed that I've been stalking off the hook, that I've been working with PMARS, that I've been.
And I've called him out. I've called him out on a lot of that shit, which is why he removed the fucking video for you. Then he announced that he was going to make another video about you, and he brought this whole laptop thing. I had to prevent him from doing that because it would make him look like a total dipshit once he found out that
he's still talking about doing that and having that in there, Sean.
Oh, if he does that, I'm going to fucking eviscerate him.
But
because I despise you, Pig, but I will defend you against bullshit.
Okay, I have a question though. Is there, outside of the issue with because from my perspective, Sean, and mostly the reason why I wanted you in here is just to squish all this, because I know you got some stuff wrong about it, some stuff wrong about my intentions. But
your intentions are quite clear. Your intentions are quite clear. There's no denying that, Pig. There was no reason for you to send that information to me while I was live with Team Skeptic. Knowing I couldn't properly address anything without interrupting the show, which I actually had Skeptic do to address your bullshit claim.
Did I make any accusations or anything publicly?
Publicly, no.
Or
you sent it to me while I was live with Team Skeptic, knowing that it would piss me off because of how I feel about your accusation.
I didn't care if you were live or not. I was still wondering if you knew that was on the shop.
He doesn't do that anymore. At all.
Okay.
Why the fuck would he alter a webpage that he's no longer dealing with the business anymore?
It's still a product. He was still associated with it.
So you are
It's not
still
like
doing
you-
guilt by association. How fucking sick are you, dude?
Direct business ties. It is not guilt by association. That's an ethics thing.
Can I interject? That's as silly as the people that got on like Home Depot based upon what the former CEO did, who wasn't a
Yes.
No.
Yes, Pig,
This
it
would be
is.
like Home Depot selling, KKK hoods.
No, it's you looking to cause more drama in the community. You need to be fucking kicked out because of this.
No one had any issues when I brought it up in the meets. I had them read it directly. They said it was woo.
I'm not disagreeing. It is woo, but it's not from Team Skeptic.
I
Stop
said, did you know
trying to cause
you're
drama.
trying to make like I'm making an accusation of Team Skeptic? I asked you, did you know that this was on TS's site?
But that's
Because
just
you
it.
wanted-
You're
You're
making
making
that
it an
assertion.
issue.
No, I
You're
was just
making-
asking if you knew it was.
You're not. Look, a pig. You are ignoring You're annoying. You're ignoring inference. You are inferring that Team Skeptic is responsible for woo. That is accusing him of peddling woo. That's literally what you're doing.
And
Whether
this
you
is what
say
I'm calling you out on.
Whether
Stop
you're
it.
saying it or not doesn't matter. You're inferring it by even bringing that up in any kind of way with Team Skeptic, because he's not responsible for the webpage. He doesn't have the business. Kind of pointless at that point, even though he might have been associated with it. People can change their minds. It doesn't mean he's a woo peddler today.
Okay.
Hey, Pig, here's some info for you. I was a shoplifter at 17 years old. Does that mean I'm a shoplifter now? Fuck no. Get off your fucking high horse and grow the fuck up.
Were you a shoplifter last year?
No.
No.
Did you just totally miss the whole fucking point?
It's about recentness. He only recently built that business.
No, it doesn't matter. People can change their minds. It doesn't matter how recent it happened. It matters if he genuinely doesn't believe that.
So,
which is the case.
So just to get this, by me asking if someone knew that this was on a shop site, that's me inferring that person is pushing woo.
Yes.
Yes.
So don't ask questions about anything then.
No, you're just trying to cause drama for drama's sake, and I'm sick of it.
If I wanted to cause drama for drama's sake, do you know what I could do right now?
Now, Pig, here's kind of a point.
Here's
How long
the
have you
thing
been
that people
blocked?
understand.
How long have I had you blocked?
Fuck, I don't know.
So what the fuck would possess you in your sick little mind to contact me about this shit?
Shits and giggles, and to see if you knew if it was on the
Because
site.
you're a fucking troll.
So
you live for the fucking drama because you have such a low self-esteem.
Hold on.
You have to knock other people down to make yourself feel better. Fuck right
John,
off.
if I wanted to do drama right now, I could cause all kinds of shit. You do understand. Let's take the Craig thing, right? If I wanted to push Craig for his injury, I would just have a doctor go over his accusations. It's not like I referred to someone who's medically trained when I first started to question him about the video.
The fact that you're even questioning is just whether or not he has one or not, or what it is. That doesn't matter. That's irrelevant. It
But
really is.
when I worked
That's
with him, I heard two different stories about the same injury that did not match.
Did you not just hear? I said it doesn't matter. It does not matter. It is none of your or anybody else's on YouTube's business.
It isn't? Well, when he's directly profiting from it?
Shut up. Shut the fuck up. I'm going to kick your ass my damn self. I am sick of that. He is a vet. Whether you acknowledge it or not, he's a veteran, as is everybody else in this room. Except you. You're the only one that's not a vet here.
I'm not the only one that has questioned this within the room.
I'm not, but you're the only one still talking about it, Look a Pig.
No, I'm not. I'm not the only one still talking about it.
On air? Yeah, you're the only one still talking about it.
On air, sure, because I don't care what people think about me. I'm not going to just sit there in like a Discord room, you know, with like fucking less than a week ago, someone was posting about it because they noticed some things weren't adding up. Fuck, even Sean told me to look into it further.
But again, why are you looking into all this? What is your goal? What is the point
Basic
of all
debunking.
this? No, you're not debunking anything. You want to go debunk? Find somebody out there this word fucking
Are you
debunking.
aware of the stories that Craig has told about his injury?
Yeah, I am. We've had that conversation.
Live.
We've had that conversation. Look at Pig.
Okay. Now, when someone says that they've hurt their right shoulder, and that's what caused their medical discharge, and then the next story is it's their left shoulder, and a completely different way, is that not, something to look into?
Not for you.
Why not? When everything's being said publicly.
You are not the equivalent of the VA in the UK. You are not. It is up to them to find any fraud on his part if he's committed fraud. It's up
I'm not
to
saying
them.
he's committed fraud. I'm saying that
That's exactly what you're not saying it, but look a Pig. You're not saying it. You're implying it.
No. I'm saying
yes,
right
you are.
Now,
you are absolutely implying that he's committed some sort of fraud. Shut up a second. You are absolutely implying that he committed fraud. That's what you're implying by saying he's saying something about his injuries and saying another thing about his injuries, and how that has anything to do with you or anything at all is beyond me.
So
it would be like me saying, well, my right shoulder dislocates all the time, but my left shoulder dislocates too. But my actual injury is epilepsy. So they're all related. They can all be true. But if I told you my right shoulder's fucked up from my injury, and then later on I said I had a seizure from my injury, would you then accuse me of the same thing?
No.
If I didn't relate them in explicit, excruciating detail as to how all that happened in the first place, because
no, but
quite
if you
frankly,
call for an injury,
quiet. I'm talking because it's none of your business. It's nobody's business but Craig's.
Okay, but Craig has publicly broadcasted this information, and the information does not match up.
So what?
First story. Let's start with a random post.
I don't care. I honestly don't give a fuck.
You're saying that it's something as minute as two injuries that are connected, but these are two injuries that are supposed to be the same injury being told.
Okay, my injury. I had one injury. I got thrown and hurt. I popped my shoulder out, and I got epilepsy. So, what?
Okay. So, Dave, the difference between that and this is if you proclaimed to have been hit by a car, right?
Okay.
Due to a seizure. But then you proclaimed for the same injury to fell down a flight of stairs because you tripped.
But that's not what he said.
No, that's not. He proclaims to have been crushed with a hydraulic piston to his shoulder, contorting his body, his left shoulder, contorting his body, dislocating his knee, dislocating his shoulder, snapping his collarbone and 3 ribs. Wait, no, that's story number 2. My bad. He was crushed by a hydraulic piston, right? Okay. And that contorted his body, destroying his meniscus, breaking his meniscus. Later on down life, that injury got worse, causing him not being able to walk. The second story is he was hanging in some pipes on his right shoulder and fell. Okay.
Are you sure there's not 2 injuries?
No. Same injuries. Jared, you can contest to this, correct? that in that story, this was the story about how he the reason for his medical discharge, correct?
Yeah, complete different retellings.
Yes. And that's what the first time I didn't even know about the whole him falling shoulder, right? Him falling on some pipes, right? I didn't know about that story. I heard him say that he had a train fall on him. And I knew that wasn't the piston story. And that's what made me look into it. And then there was another story that I think Alan said that he heard him like have a crate slide into him. But that wasn't. I couldn't find any evidence of that. But I know for sure I heard the crane falling on him story. After I started to look into it, I then found his written story during when he was in the Navy of him falling from some pipes on his right shoulder. His right arm in some pipes hanging. He fell, his arm didn't. This resulted in him popping out his shoulder, dislocating it, snapping his collarbone in 3 ribs. Okay? That's what caused me to look into it. And then there was some
Why? Why do you care what happened to him?
Because something didn't pass the smell test.
Why do you personally care?
Then there's also the ethics of like telling the fake
I don't
story.
care. I'm not talking about ethics. I'm talking about you personally. What do you got against Craig that's got you so pissed off? Is it because he called you a scammer? Is that it?
This led into that. Me
Okay,
questioning Craig is what led into all of this. His reactions against me.
He was pissed, understandably so.
I started to question some things. I wasn't.
You don't have. If you don't
Here's
have.
the thing.
The other people who question his disability have no business questioning it either. Like, he doesn't have to give you an answer at all. He doesn't have to give you anything remotely the real story if he doesn't want to. It's still none of your business.
It's none of my business, but he's publicly broadcasting it out.
So what?
So what? This is also like you can get clips of him talking about, like a trolley cart running into him, and then he'll do like a Patreon ad, things like that. It's more of an ethics thing that I just don't agree with, and it's basic debunking, in my opinion. Take claims about his military history, right? Like there's vets within BTW who are questioning that. I'm not the only one. I'm just the vocal one. There's a reason, like, okay.
None of this has anything to do with team, by the way. Fuck all.
No, I was just questioning why, that would be on his site.
And inferring that there's a problem with that, and inferring that he's somehow responsible for that problem.
But I don't know if he's responsible for it. I was just asking a question.
He's not. It's been answered multiple times.
Okay. But my issue, right?
I don't want to hear about Craig anymore. I'm fucking tired of talking about the flat Earth.
Okay. Well, you're making like this thing that it like it's just small.
You know why? Do you understand? Do you understand as a veteran why it pisses me off for you to question a veteran about their disability, their service-connected disability? Do you understand why that pisses me off? Do you have any idea how that could piss a vet off? Now, it would piss me off if they were actually defrauding their government, but that doesn't happen very often. In any government that I'm aware of, there's not a whole lot of people defrauding the VA, for example. There's not a whole lot of people defrauding whatever the UK equivalent to that is. It just doesn't happen.
So then why are there vets asking questions about it?
I don't know. I can't.
Why was Dave Brown within my video going over the two separate?
I cannot.
Because
say.
you, Pig, I'll answer that. because you brought something to my attention that I considered worth looking into.
Yeah.
I've since talked to Craig, and I've talked to Team, and I've talked to everybody else. There's a reason why I don't join a lot of your calls anymore, Pig, is because I'm satisfied with the answers I have been given.
They haven't given me any answers.
They don't have to give you anything. And that's the
Not
thing you're
according to
missing.
Craig.
Pig, hold on. I'm talking. You need to listen to this when we talk. You just are. It goes back to my conversation with you about things being black or white, fact or true, or truth or fiction, whatever. There are gray areas in life. You have to learn to deal with them, Pig. Either you
Okay.
learn to deal with them, or you.
But that's not what I've been told. I've been told that by Craig that he was going to give me information about when he joined and left the Navy. I still have yet
and
to.
then you went and made a video of him, and he
No,
decided,
that was
you know
after
what?
I made my video.
When somebody's talking,
I don't think Greg was talking to you after you published that first video. I
Yes.
really doubt it.
No, hang on. There was that off-air chat that took place back on September 14th.
Yes.
There was,
And I was told that
there was to be follow-up following that. I don't know how much or what follow-up has taken place from that conversation.
I have not received any of the information he told me that he would give me. Part of the reason why I was asking for that is based upon claims that he has made about his military history that do not pass the smell.
Two things. He doesn't have to give you anything. He can tell you to fuck right off, which is pretty much what he's done. Which is probably why you'll never see it, regardless of whether you deserve it or not. Because he's tired of you making a big stink out of nothing, as Sean says.
Out of nothing. Sean's the one that told me to look further into his injury. Did he not tell me that, Sean, to look further into it? Oh, he already left.
He left a while ago.
Yeah, he probably got tired of talking to you.
I was told, Jared, was I not told to look further into it?
I wasn't there when he said that, but that is what you have consistently communicated to me. Now, however, one thing I would say, and then I'm staying out of this for now, Bull, if Craig had no intention or reason to provide further information and answer further questions, he should not have agreed to it.
Agreed, but he might have agreed to. I don't know when he agreed to it versus when you really.
September 14th. September 14th is when he agreed to it.
I wasn't just done with my sentence. For fuck's sake, I don't give a crap about the actual date. I give a crap about the sequence of events. Was it before or after you made a video to piss him the fuck off? To that video that you just showed it. It was after it?
Well,
after I made 3 videos.
He agreed to send you his whatever their equivalent of DD-214 or medical, whatever.
He told me he was going to get papers to confirm when he joined and left the Navy because I had questions about that.
Okay.
After your video or before your video?
After
your video.
Okay.
Okay.
Now,
So
let me say something real quick. England is a freaking bureaucracy nightmare. Just to get your own military records, you don't just call up to Bupers and request a copy. You go in and you have to file paperwork.
These are documents he already said he had to go through his papers to find out.
Okay. Well, if he couldn't find them, don't you think?
I don't know if he couldn't find them because he has not communicated with that information or responded to the emails. I sent one email 2 weeks ago asking.
But it's going to take it. If he had to reapply for that, it's going to take 2 months, Pig. Only at the end of October.
At a minimum 2 months.
Okay.
It could take longer because
it happened well over a month ago. But the issue is, all he would have to do is say, "Hey, I don't have it right now. I'm waiting for the papers to be sent," or something.
doesn't have to do anything. All he could do.
But he already agreed to it.
So what? He agreed to it. That doesn't. Maybe he's tired of trying to placate you.
The issue is there's not just questions about his injury. There's not just questions about his military history. Jared, have you ever been able to find the destroyer that's been sold? According to Greg?
The what?
Him cleaning out asbestos in a destroyer that was to be sold to a foreign, that was being sold to a foreign navy that there's no records of. Time frames within his military.
There's no records of a destroyer being sold? What the hell are you talking about, Pig? What the hell is that?
Did you not hear the context? He said that he was part of cleaning out asbestos on a destroyer that was sold to a foreign navy. There is no record of that.
No record where? Where did you look?
Anywhere. Wherever Jared was responsible for looking into that.
Okay, Jared was in the U.S. Jared was in the Navy.
Yes,
I don't know much about how all that.
But transferring an asset like a ship, a hulk of a ship, from one nation to another is public record, and there are records of transfers taking place, but not that class of ship.
As Greg has proclaimed.
Well, again.
So.
Again, what he did in service is really none of your business either. So, I mean, if he wants to be obtuse and make up stuff, it just makes him look. I don't know, but anyway, the whole point is you didn't do it to him because of any of the reasons you're saying. You're making an ass of yourself, Pig.
Jared can confirm the reasons why I have done this. I started now asking him questions, right?
I've tried talking to Jared and you separately about this very thing, and I have gotten nowhere. It doesn't end. It just doesn't end with either of you as far as this goes. I'm sorry, Jared, but it's just, to me, this whole thing is like, God damn, leave Craig the fuck alone about his military stuff.
Let me paint a picture for you. It started with a couple things. One was when I was working with him proclaiming to be off benefits based upon the information I knew. He was still on it.
Benefits?
Yes. Based upon the information I knew, he wasn't.
Benefits?
He was advertising to people after he was bombed.
You need to
government assistance. PIP.
Which
personal independence payment.
Okay, is that a military?
Off of all benefits.
Wait. Is that a? Answer one question and let me continue the interrogation, please. Was that a government assistance program for citizens or specific to the military?
Citizens.
Okay, so that has nothing to do with what he gets from the military, just like the VA.
I don't care what he gets from the military.
VA has. Let me fucking finish. VA has fuck all to do with Social Security.
Okay, I wasn't done.
So I wasn't done yet. God damn it!
You interrupted me. Let me finish.
You interrupt every fucking time I've talked tonight. You've interrupted me.
Okay,
every fucking time. And Bo was actually tired of it. So, thank you, Bo. Anyway, I'm tired of hearing about this, and then now you're moving on to team with more stuff. Find a G-man. Find somebody else that is not.
I haven't moved on to team. I just asked. I was sent something today, and I asked.
You don't need to rehash it. You don't. You really don't.
Okay, you're acting like I'm targeting team when I'm not.
What else would we assume when you ask? This is on team site.
Yeah.
What else are we supposed to infer? That you're implying that he's selling something that's woo. You're implying
that, and I was wondering about it.
Well, anyway, Sean said his piece. I've said my piece. I'm done.
So, Let me start from
No,
from the
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Don't want to
Then leave. I'm going to say my piece now.
Go ahead.
All right. So it started out with a couple of claims. Two of it being about his injury that didn't match. That was very suspicious. And then another about his benefits. He was proclaiming not to be on benefits within live streams and on a couple videos when I knew he was on them based upon the conversations I had with him. This is where he then changed his definition of benefits. In the past, he has proclaimed that PIP and ESA and etc. were benefits. Now they're not after he proclaimed not to be on them. So when this occurred, it was very interesting.
Okay, and are you done now? The people,
No.
the people that you wanted to rail against are tuned out now. Are you done?
This is for public record. Fuck it.
No, it's not. So, momentarily, the crowd will be back. Let me go ahead and fix this. There we go. That's there. Alright, so the panel can start making their way back. I'll take care of that, and now let me get back over to here. Yay! Alright, now that that is done, like I said, I was going to let him say his piece, dig his hole, and then go from there. Once the panel gets back, I'm going to ask them to be here while I give my full thoughts on it. And it'll be quick. Alright, got one back. Let me redo the layout there. Now that will work.
Hello.
Welcome, welcome. All right.
Is this the veterans discussion?
Yeah, it will be now. But
okay, just making sure.
And actually, while I'm thinking about it, let me go over here. As I'm sending out the new link to people that aren't on the Discord server now. Alright, let me... And one last one. And there we go. Alright. I'll read that later. Yay! Housekeeping in the background during a live show. Always fucking phenomenal. Alright. And... Factard, one moment. Let me make sure that... There's Burnsy.
Howdy, howdy.
Right.
That was a shit show.
Yeah, it is, and I do have a final bit to say about it. That was entirely Pig deciding to go off in the way that he saw fit. I am going to really think about how much of that segment remains a part of the show going forward. Simply because it went nowhere. There was, and in my opinion, there was no reason for it to have even been brought up. But here's the thing. I will allow anyone to say anything that they want, so much so as it's not a violation of, legally speaking.
TOS.
TOS violation, call to violence, that stuff. Like speech that should be quelled because of the potential ramifications. Yeah, fuck that noise. However, when it comes to that issue, I've been quiet on it publicly. It's not that I've been outspoken about my view on a number of things, but I have been consistent. If I have reason to not trust you, I am not going to mess with you. Full stop. I can only give advice so many times with that advice being ignored before I'm done. And that's... my limit has been hit by a number of people, and so I am done with those people. There are topics that, quite frankly, at this point, have no reason and have no place here with me attached to it, because I'm at the point of, so fucking what? I will admit that I tried to be a voice of reason in the background with Pig for a long time. He has made decisions to not listen. He has made decisions that I am done being a buffer of the consequences for. He is of age to be an adult. He is then going to be treated like one. You make mistakes, the consequences fall on you. And with that, to get onto better and lighter things, hey, Beaver, did you click that button down there? You know, that one just right there, right next to the subscribe button?
Oh, hold on. I might need to help him, Jared. I'll share my screen. Is that okay?
Shit.
You mean this button right here, right? This one right here.
Hang on, let me get to the screen share. Boom. Yep. Yeah, that one right there. Yes, for those who are wondering, yes, I have the membership option. There are actual benefits that will be taking place there. And part of that is actually some of the fun stuff that's going to be taking place on the channel going forward. There's going to be some diversification. So, for those who are interested in having access on the Discord server to an area that the only people that have access to it are myself, the patrons, and the YouTube members, that is one of the perks. Also, in that area, I will be sharing offline gameplay that, depending on the game that's being played, can join in and have more of those connections with myself and the rest of the group that is supporting what this channel and everything going on forward, both here and on AT2 Moto. Plus another thing, there will be a monthly member-only streams where it's just for the members, and the members will of the higher tiers will be able to join the panel. In addition to that, you'll have a voice on any new or upcoming topics to be discussed on the channel. in addition to the general public, you have yours, but let's be honest, the members will have a little bit more of a voice in some of the background decisions being made because, let's be honest, this really is a community. This really is... I wouldn't be in the position I am right now with this channel if it wasn't for you guys watching. So as that benefit of furthering your support of this channel and everything I'm doing here on YouTube, you're going to have more of that voice, more of that connection to give me the feedback to make sure that I'm still doing what is right for everyone else out there.
You got the first hit.
And speaking of, actually, that would be the third. Hey, look at that. NANA is now an egg in the eagle's nest. Which, oh yes, yes. So, Team Skeptic has his Ding Force, but we have the eagle's nest. And the eagle's nest has a benefit because we have something that Team Skeptic doesn't have. And that would be an entire air wing of F-14s to send at the jackasses.
To bomb all of his mankinis.
Not just bomb them, because keep in mind, the F-14 actually ended up having dual role capability, so anything sent up, like, oh yeah, Radical, those facepalm missiles, yeah, the Tomcat can take them out.
Are we going to have the nuclear option?
Well, so that is the thing. The more members we get, the more the emojis we'll have available. And I already have a few of them in line, ready to go and waiting.
Oh, jeez.
Nothing crazy yet, but I'll be honest, again, being a member, you'll have that voice to really have input on what the progression is going to be. So as you can see, the couple members that we do have out there in the chat right now, their badge kind of looks like the Department of Defense emblem, doesn't it?
Great, we're all shills now.
Because it kind of is. But some of the other emojis that are in the pipeline waiting are the individual branch emblems. So you can show your pride for whichever branch you so choose. In addition to that, though, there has been a cry for bacon, but we need to get the right image of bacon to use. And if we get that and we get the members to where we can have another emoji, the real non-Canadian imitation style bacon will probably be the next one, if we can find a fitting image.
And you know, there's only one real source of bacon, right? And it's in my neighborhood.
See, I'm not so sure about that because the bacon that I have most mornings, the crispy but not overly crispy, thick cut, maple smoked. Yeah, you can't go wrong with that.
Maple smoked, so you do like the Canadian stuff?
Oh no, the Canadian bacon is ham. And the state of Vermont produces more maple syrup than Canada, if I remember correctly. Could be wrong, though. But I remember Vermont being very proud about their maple production. Oh, what was Radical saying? What did I miss?
No, he's here. That's enough, isn't it?
Oh, well, true.
He's having his warlocks work on anti-air defense.
Oh.
Or anti defenses, but I'm inferring air there.
So, yeah.
Oh, I was watching a video today. Who knows history with Hilbert?
Huh?
the channel
it?
History with Hilbert.
Ish.
He covers a lot of flag and history on his channel. Obviously, History with Hilbert, but where the fuck was that?
That is a good question. I don't know.
It's his video today was what happened to the old German flag. Let me get through the ad here so I can get you to the most important part of the video. I'm sure Radical will not take offense to this at all, whatsoever. I need Geo here too.
Soon enough we can get him in.
Although he's probably sleeping now. That's yeah.
You know,
All right.
I am not opposed to waking him up.
So this is a very
I have
very
it, so
important
I have-
question.
I have his cell phone number now too. I could just
Now I'm
Uh-oh.
not saying you should abuse that, but
Yeah, I wouldn't. I don't know if
This
he
is
has
where
a
the
job
abuse,
on the weekends, and I don't want to mess up his sleep cycle.
Here's
Even
the
though
important
I'm
question.
jealous of him having one.
And I need to know Radical's response to this when it happens.
Let's see, what do you got there? Uh-oh. Ooh. Ooh.
that,
Yeah.
that
I'll
is
be looking
actually
forward to
a
that.
very good question.
Now, in my defense, the guy who posted this in his own video is Dutch English. So yeah. Maybe I should send a link to this with the timestamp to Geo.
Again, I'm not saying you should, but
But I should.
And it's always interesting because the nice thing about Geo is you can send him something like that, making fun of him. He will recognize it, laugh, call you an asshole, and then find something just as good, if not better, to respond with.
Yeah. He made a lip dick reply now. So
The military way.
No, wait, Radical, are you turning the facepalm cannons upon yourself? That's the real question.
I want to see that.
He's
All right.
gotten himself a few times with it.
Well, right now, I mean, this would be the perfect time for him to actually be shot multiple times with them. The three round volley, one right after the other.
But when is he going to be hit by feet? No, either up his ass or in his mouth if he makes a mistake in a video sometime.
No, because the German government would start investigating him for body dismemberment if he started launching feet out of those cannons. I think Jared just leaned in Radical's crosshairs. Also, firing all castle armaments at AT2 Productions. Damn, Jared, your F-14s are going to be busy tonight.
Yeah, too bad they don't have that much of a range compared to today, but hopefully
I don't
they'll-
know. I've seen him launch. Those. He's got those ICBM facepalm missiles that he's launched at Brainy, and he's even hit Fight the Flat Earth with once.
Yeah, see, I don't know if I should be more worried about the trebuchet or Radical sending over the patties.
Oh,
Ooh, yeah.
That could make it
The stink
dangerous.
just doesn't want to go away.
Well, Jared, you are on the East Coast. Those patties are well within your range. So yeah, that's bad news to you.
No, wrong word there, Clockwork.
Yep, cow patties.
No, cow pancakes.
Cow pies.
Cow pies.
Cow pies, yeah.
Sounds better.
You run through a cow field in the middle of the night with your shoes and socks off. Avoid those landmines.
I haven't tried that, but I have stepped in plenty of gifts. But I was always either in boots or in clogs, the wooden ones, not the Dutch, but the modern one.
So not true traditional Sabo, but pretty close.
Yeah.
Which
why not?
that's another thing. Freaking language. So the traditional wooden shoe, which I have to admit, Radical, you kind of got to take this one. They call it a Sabo. But then, depending, you have some railguns that, or even some advanced turret systems that fire a Sabo. So are they actually shooting a shard of metal or a wooden shoe?
Maybe both.
It could be both.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's probably both.
Matrix.
Well, I mean, and knowing the number of Germans that would love to throw a shoe at the current president, yeah, it's probably a shoe.
I thought that was a Muslim thing.
Well, it's a Muslim thing, but think about what's going on in Germany right now.
Fair point. Just speaking of that was actually something that I've kind of tried to bring up a few times over a few weeks ago. What about the freaking nonsense that's been going on with Iran and freaking Saudi Arabia? What is your take on it at this point? Are you guys still in a knock it off mode, or just hurry the fuck up and get it over with?
I'm more towards a knock it off already, and the reason is because it's been we're gonna throw a drone at you, and you're gonna shoot it down, and then you're gonna launch a drone attack against us, and we're gonna you're gonna wipe out half of one of our oil producers or production facilities, and then we're gonna beg the United States to send more men in, and then nothing else will happen. And it's pretty much what has happened.
True, but at the same time, with how long that stuff like that's been going on, and it has been in that, come on guys, freaking knock it off already kind of mode. Part of me is thinking, well, you know what? If you're not going to listen to us when we say knock it off, just fucking go at it already. Just get it done and over with. Because they're equally powered enough that it really would be close to mutual destruction between the two.
Yeah.
And at that point, someone else can then step in who might actually play ball a little better and not be such shitheads.
It's the Middle East, Sharon. Do you really think that will happen?
Turn it.
I say we just send all these people over.
Turn it into a parking lot.
No, just send all these people over, Jared.
Why?
Middle East has been fighting.
I would say something to that image show down, but yeah. I mean, you're talking about this has been going on since the region was basically converted into an Islamic region. That whole region.
Oh no!
What do you mean? No.
No! It's been going on for as long as there's been more than two groups of people living in that area.
All right, I'll be right back. Chrome is not responding.
At least it's been documented going on for at least about 5,000 years.
Yeah, it kind of
If anybody thinks they can solve it, they're fooling themselves.
Well, no, there is a way to solve it. It's just not. It's definitely not moral, and it's definitely in an ethical gray area. Because I think they would start playing nice if you just kind of thinned the herd enough by like 90%.
No.
I don't know. I got told the other day the only way that that's ever going to end in the Middle East is to turn it into a glass menagerie. A very radioactive glass menagerie.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I mean, with the potency of the Moab, I think you could do it without the radioactive fallout.
Granted, it would be fine if absolutely nobody was there, but as long as you have people there, they're going to be fighting. So.
No. Oh, okay. So no, Leon, it hasn't been just since 2 people have been there, because keep in mind, you kind of need both sexes to procreate. So it's once there's been that other breeding pair that there's been issues.
So, anybody else notice Trump's been, getting sick again?
Wow.
Dihydrogen monoxide, it's lethal.
Now that's the thing. 100% of people who drink dihydrogen monoxide die.
Well, don't forget, the PGA has penalties associated with it as well.
Yeah, well, remember what it's made of. I mean, it's dangerous stuff. Hydrogen, it's a very dangerous stuff, especially when you mix it with pure oxygen. It can create some big explosions too.
That's not wrong.
And even worse, mix that in with salt, which also is made up of 2 very dangerous substances. It all comes together. It's just some dangerous shit.
Here you go, for you wished, personally.
Oh.
Now look, Jay Brown. I'm indisposed and away from the laptop, so I can't see it just yet. Give me about 30 seconds.
So it has a pair of
sandals,
a pair of feet with strapped non-period specific sandals atop water, saying Jesus was well aware of the dangers of dihydrogen monoxide. He wouldn't even step foot in it.
I think I broke you wished.
Give it time.
Sorry, I can't resist.
The real non sequitur, one of the main ingredients of beer is dihydrogen monoxide. Especially if it's a piss poor American brewed Pilsner, then it's even more.
Does that one come from a specific brewery that begins with an A?
And the other one that begins with a C.
Yeah,
they're both.
You were going to say those.
They're both guilty of it.
Yes.
I like the Monty Python thing. American beer is fucking close to water.
I mean, it really is.
It's like making love in a canoe.
Wow.
You haven't heard that one, dude?
I don't remember that line, no.
Oh, that's when they're doing their the
philosophers.
The philosophers from the University of Wallamalu.
You know the song, Emmanuel.
I got actually the lyrics. I got the lyrics saved onto a what is it? Philosopher. No, that's not it. I got too many drives on here now that I forget where I put things. Here we go.
Oh, Jeremy Mendoza has a.
Yes, I was going to comment on that before.
Has a one that you need to be worried about. Hydrogen and Del Taco cause big explosions. Yeah.
Here you go, Jared.
Ooh. Alrighty then. I drink, therefore I am. I like that line.
Yep.
Oh boy.
And they're all named Bruce.
Okay, now I'm back. Now I'm back to where I can see my screen. If Jay Brown wants to put the other one back up, because I'm pretty sure my wife would like to see that as well.
There it is.
Gotta wait for it.
You know.
Oh, hold on. I got to share screen too. That would help.
You know, Mark.
Jay, I made a mistake. The one I just sent you on Discord is just the quotes, not the song. The guy saying the American beer bit.
Oh yeah.
I'm not all there tonight either, so to speak.
Jesus was well aware of the dangers of dihydrogen monoxide. He wouldn't step foot in it. Yeah, I think I'll have to show that one to my mother-in-law. My wife's stepmother is a minister for the Foursquare Church in Arkansas.
So you mean your aunt?
I never got into a flat Earth debate with her, but I'm pretty sure she's a flirt.
Have you ever done this?
I would be tempted to do that.
It's fun.
Oh, God. There was one about a kid ordering the jostled remains of the unborn offspring of a chicken.
Scrambled eggs, huh?
Yeah, that's exactly it. And in the story, it's like the waitress just gives a perplexed look to the parent, and the parent's like, "Scrambled eggs." She wants
I can see my 16-year-old going into the local breakfast restaurant that we have here, and looking at the waitress straight in the face and going, "I want the unjostled remains of an unborn chicken."
Don't think of
Wait. And the drink I want dihydrogen monoxide.
Don't think of them as chicken. Don't think of them as eggs. Think of them as liquid chickens.
True.
Yeah, well, but I could also see him ordering a emulsified CO2 with lactic acid.
Here you go.
Can I get my dihydrogen monoxide and diet?
Go back one. I want to point something out. The quote at the end: "Be the change you want to see in the world, not Gandhi." Well, just remember the famous quote: "Don't believe everything you read on the internet." From Abe Lincoln.
Yep.
Well, there are an awful lot of memes with a lot of text on it and made up to look like a quote from someone that never even said it.
Well, I always see with that was the one that says that everything on the internet's absolutely true. Abraham Lincoln.
I was reading that.
Dihydrogen monoxide is colorless and odorless. Accidental inhalation may be fatal. Prolonged exposure to its solid form causes severe tissue damage. Symptoms of ingestion can include excessive sweating and urination, and possibly a bloated feeling, nausea, vomiting, and body electrolyte imbalance.
All of which is true.
Yeah, not wrong.
Oh, that could almost be
Damn
used
Obama.
for anti-vaxxers.
Ooh.
Here you go, Jared.
100. Yeah, see, 100% of people exposed to it will die.
100 or also serial killers have admitted to using dihydrogen monoxide.
Yep, and it is the #1 cause of drowning.
Yeah, one of the leading first causes of death is birth.
Dihydrogen monoxide is the most common chemical food additive and can be lethal in large doses.
And Jay, go to dhmo.org. If you don't know that page, it's awesome. It's just hilarious.
You know, I think NANA has it right. H2O, yuck! It needs barley and hops.
They'll still be H2O.
True. With the content of alcohol.
It's so fucking hilarious.
Ooh, should we look at the environmental impact?
Yeah, it's a masterful troll. If I remember correctly.
Oh, that first image. For those who can't read it out in the audience. Dihydrogen monoxide contaminated sewage. All right, yeah, that should be good.
So yeah, here's the image. Hopefully, none of you have just eaten. If you have, too bad.
Yeah, and I can't help wondering if any of those idiots on the internet, and God knows how many there are of those, found somebody talking about this webpage being an awesome source for how much danger different chemicals are, and they heard about this one specifically, and they used it as a resource for telling others how dangerous chemicals are that they put into our food source, to our foods and everything, as a serious website to show how dangerous it is. I want to know how many who actually did that. The usual idiot that does not do any research at all.
Someone did, and they probably did it just. They probably based their entire opinion on it just off the article titles. So
yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I am confident that there are a lot of people who did that on purpose to troll them.
I like the second point here.
But
DHMO is the quote enabling component end quote of acid rain. In the absence of sufficient quantities of DHMO, acid rain is not a problem.
And if I'm not mistaken, acid rain never actually existed. It was hyped up nonsense.
No,
I think I read about that recently.
No, it was not nearly the pervasive problem that they were making it out to be. There were still instances of it happening, because you can have the contaminated rain clouds that would then shed and result in acid rain, but not to the extent that some people were trying to cause a panic about.
Hey, Jared, you want to read this one I highlighted?
Oh, God. Research has shown that significant levels of dihydrogen monoxide were found in the devastating Indian Ocean tsunami in 2004, which killed 230,000 in Indonesia, Thailand, Malaysia, and elsewhere, making it the deadliest tsunami in recorded history.
Yeah, if there was no.
Where's Robert Leger when we need him to read this one?
If there was no DHMO, we wouldn't have any tsunamis.
This is true. This is very true.
What other research topic should we look into? Should we just do the FAQ?
Oh, the conspiracy. Wait, the EPA and the CIA are covering it up? No.
No wonder why Trump wants to get rid of it.
Yeah. I can't remember how long I spent on this website, but I did go through the whole damn thing. I completely lost. Look at what we're reading at. This is why I'm suffering so hard. I completely lost sense of time.
Oh my God, the saber rattling. However, in a strongly worded reply, the EPA did seemingly go on the offensive with statements such as, the agency would like you to remove certain information. The point is, if your visitors are in any way led to the impression that the EPA is endorsing your site, that is not good for either of us. I hope you see our point of view. We take our mission of protecting the environment seriously, and we consider this a serious matter and would appreciate your help.
Okay. Draw your own conclusions. There's certainly no doubt that dihydrogen monoxide issue touched a nerve with the US EPA. And while sources at the EPA admit to the benefits of freely distributing information to the public on DHMO, they stop short of admitting to a cover-up. Perhaps there really is no cover-up, or maybe the EPA silence confirms its existence. It is clear that the EPA is putting no effort into educating the public about the dangers of dihydrogen monoxide. It is also clear that the truth may forever be obscured. So, for now, the reader is left to reach his or her own conclusions regarding the possibility of conspiracy at the EPA to cover the DHMO issue.
Wait, related info and the CDC?
Oh, wait, what?
To the right.
Hold on. There you go. And it takes you to the legitimate.
Oh. Darn.
Oh, wait, go back to outbreaks. Yeah, at the bottom of the page.
Oh, you want to take a look at some of the CDC outbreak data?
Yeah.
And by the way, the fake spam email thing over on that list as well. That one
On the left, outbreaks turtle.
It is a legit one. Somebody has been trying to mess with them, I think. So you don't have to check that one out.
Never fails. California.
Well, I was thankful that neither one of the two states I frequent are in that list.
More outbreaks. Let's start a fear-mongering campaign. Nothing really worth. I mean, I could do raw milk, but there's not much fun in that. Back to dihydrogen monoxide. Should I be concerned about dihydrogen monoxide? Yes, you should be concerned about DHMO. Although the U.S. government and the Center for Disease Control do not classify dihydrogen monoxide as a toxic or carcinogenic substance, as it does with better known chemicals such as hydrochloric acid and benzene, DHMO is a constituent of many known toxins toxic substances, diseases, and disease-causing agents, environmental hazards, and can even be lethal to humans in in quantities as small as a thimbleful. Why haven't I heard?
Good question. Historically, the dangers of dihydrogen monoxide, for the most part, have been considered minor and manageable, while the more significant dangers of dihydrogen monoxide are currently addressed by a number of agencies, including the FDA, FEMA, and CDC. Public awareness of the real and daily dangers of dihydrogen monoxide is lower than some think it should be.
You know what? I think it's NASA that has been covering this thing up. I mean, they have to use that huge load of funding they get every year. they aren't going to space, right? So they have to use it somehow. Maybe they're using it to pipe down those performance that.
Ira's got a question for you there, Jared, in the chat.
No, let me see, because
they're using it for all those DHMO chemtrails.
You know, Ira has asked to me, and I'll even open it up to the panel. Did you ever watch the TV series The Last Ship? I started watching it, but to be honest, I haven't caught the last couple seasons, but the bits that I did watch was actually pretty entertaining.
I haven't watched any of it.
The first couple seasons were okay, but I lost it after.
I think it ended at season 3, right?
No, 4 or 5.
4. Okay, I wasn't sure.
Because I remember watching the first couple seasons, because I was watching the second season as it aired, and I was able to go back and watch the first. I wasn't aware of. I know it continued on, but I stopped watching it simply because other things came up. 56 episodes. Season 5. There.
Yeah, I thought the first season of it was really good. And the second season, okay. But it was getting very repetitive. Like, they're basically just going to...
There's only so much you can do with that actual storyline.
Yeah. It's... It kind of had become a one-trick pony. So the latter seasons were like, okay, so they're going to create some other issue. So now you have this one ship standing. It's like, okay.
Keep going back to the same ship.
How many episodes did you say it was?
I saw 56.
Okay, I thought I heard something wrong. Something else. I'm looking at the Wikipedia page. Michael Bay apparently was one of the executive producers.
No wonder it had so many explosions.
Yeah.
Well, the funny thing is, the last season, there was actually more ships, but it was still the last.
Apparently, they used a different production company for the last season compared to the first 3.
Oh, so they didn't have a budget for more CGI.
Here you go.
Yeah. But it's weird because it does say number of seasons 5. Am I the one that can't count here?
No, it did 5 seasons.
Yeah, but it says TNT Original Productions, seasons 1 through 3. Then Studio T. Oh, god damn it. Never mind.
Jared, what do you think of this meme?
Nice. And welcome back, Furball.
Hey, what did I miss? Well, we've only been talking about dihydrogen monoxide.
I was going to say, at what part?
I left. I listened for a little bit as Bull was chewing Pig's ass, and then I had a wonderful breakfast.
Yeah, he wanted to continue, so I, as you can tell, left that meet and then started this one.
For all we know, he's still in that meet talking about it.
No, actually, no. As soon as Jared left, it threw everybody out of that server.
No, it didn't.
Because I got the message.
the meat, but no, it doesn't actually, unless he tells it to shut down, I guess. But
Yeah, because as long as people are in there, it's supposed to stay open.
So, anybody else have concerns about this?
I'm walking back to my room.
If Mercury... Wow.
Nice.
That was a great one.
Nice.
Oh, kudos to the person who made that one.
Oh, I'm gonna need that.
They should put down that website I mentioned as a resource, and have them concoct a backstory to it.
The weather in South Korea is beautiful today.
Oh, lucky you.
Yeah.
Oh.
Even though I woke up at fucking 6 a.m. and couldn't get back to sleep. It's Saturday, damn it. I'm not supposed to get up early.
Well, could you just,
and even then, that's not till next week.
Yeah.
Could you send us up here, because we're getting a storm this weekend with the hurricane wind gusts.
Ooh.
So
I think there's a blizzard in chat, actually.
What? A blizzard?
Oh
in
yeah,
chat?
I would like some snow too.
There's a blizzard request in chat.
Oh yeah, but he's got to get inside.
There are
How
some
about this one, Jerry?
giant fucking spiders here.
Yeah, think?
They're not dangerous.
Yeah, they're beautiful, bright yellow, but fucking huge. Jesus.
Pictures or it didn't happen.
All right, give me a second.
No, it's not spiders. It was dihydrogen.
And perfectly with a bit of
it's dihydrogen monoxide that makes them that big.
Exactly.
Yeah, and football, you need to put something up there for a size reference. You know, for perspective, you could cheat so easily.
It's a little high.
Oh, I don't think
You can put a finger up close to it, or something.
I can't reach that high.
No, okay. We need something as a size reference. Or just a guesstimate, I guess.
Yeah, grab a leaf.
Put your finger up there.
Or a screw.
Y'all let Furball talk. I'm trying to show my wife this thing.
Put the spider on your head, then we can tell how big it is.
Yeah, take it down and put it on your face.
Oh yeah, you look pissed now. That thing fucking rushes down towards me. I'm dropping my phone.
Are there any spiders that can spit poison? Like a certain snake can.
All right, so here's
but that's in Korea.
Stick and finger.
Stick and
finger. Stick and finger. Stick and finger.
No.
Yeah.
And stick and spider.
Oh, stick time.
Oh yeah, piss him off.
Almost 2.5 is one finger.
Fuck with the spider some more, why don't you?
His buddies might show up.
Well, hey, it's not a bear.
I shouldn't, considering that's my apartment building or my hotel building.
Yeah, hotel.
And it has an excellent smell, and it'll probably come hunting you.
Decent view, though.
Yeah, it's nice here.
Except for the power lines. Damn.
I think there's a guy named Kim somewhere that way that keeps pissing people off.
Yeah. He's just misunderstood.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, he was the least favorite of his mother's children. That's what his problem was.
Well, that wouldn't be realistic.
He overcompensated by giving his brother a sarin gas mask, I should say.
Yeah, so if you want to see how fancy the building I'm in is, fancy, isn't it? Just because it's got an Army lodging sign on it.
Ooh.
Why does it look like a barracks you'd stay in boot camp?
Oh, look, yeah, it's really fancy. I don't see any moss. Mold.
Well, this is like long term. There's only 1, 2, 4 apartments up here. 2 of them are pet, 2 of them are long term. The actual hotel is down the hill, about 5-minute walk.
Seriously though, right where you're standing, how much rainfall do you get? That's one huge drain.
Yeah, they're all over too. Oh, and ask Geistview. He was here in '99 when like half of this post washed away in a flood.
But
again, dihydrogen monoxide strikes again.
Exactly.
What's the ASL? Do you know?
What's that?
Well, what's the height?
I'm not sure.
Above sea level? Ish.
I'm not sure. I'm only a visitor here. This isn't my home.
Well,
Hence
it is
why I'm in a
now.
hotel.
Yeah.
The Army is spending $4,000 total to put me here for a month because they can't figure out how to properly rotate people in and out on actual PCS cycle.
Oh, jeez.
Well, but part of that is also people who extend, which throws off the rotation. Then you have other people who finagle ways to PCS early, and that's the thing. Is
No. The person whose seat I'm in right now
left
PCS
on time
4 months ago, on time. His number 2 PCS'd 3 months ago. The number 3 PCS'd on Monday.
What the? Wow.
Yeah. That's why I'm here. They're lucky I extended. Otherwise, they would have no officer leadership here.
Oh no.
Yeah. And when I leave, I'm being replaced by a civilian for 3 weeks. And then when he's gone, going back to Camp Humphreys, he's being replaced by our operations officer, the guy who's in charge of the entire fucking country. He's going to be here for a month. And then the new guy gets here.
Hey, Tex, doesn't this look like when the Cobb finds some dirt somewhere that he wanted cleaned?
Oh, you mean when Cobb put dirt somewhere so he could find it?
Pretty much.
They have to turn off their body cams.
No, not cops. Cobb, chief of the boat.
I'm sorry. Sorry, my bad. I don't know all the Navy lingos.
I just watched Wrath of Khan last night and thought it was hilarious when Kirk pulled out a fucking white handkerchief in the engine room with Scotty.
Cobb is like a senior enlisted advisor.
Basically, like the command master sergeant for the ship, for the sub.
Yeah, the Air Force has something similar. No, I think what they
Yeah,
call it is,
he's called an Eagle Scout.
Hey.
Nice. So, Furball, there has been requests for the other Furball.
Oh, God. Okay. Give me a second. I got to switch over to my computer. I'll log back in.
All right.
Actually, no. Fuck it. Right here. I can move my phone around easier.
Well, I guess, technically, since, we invented the idea of a senior enlisted advisor, I guess technically the command master sergeant's the equivalent of a cop.
Yeah, but we need a way to pin Furball to the actual video so my wife can actually see this.
No.
Here's your puppy.
Oh,
Here's your puppy. Here's your puppy. There we go. Here's your puppy.
No.
She was in the doghouse this morning because she kept going. She wanted to go outside, so I'd let her out, and it was a little chilly. So I'd go and she'd pee, but she wouldn't poop. And 2 seconds after we walked back in the door,
it was warm enough. She went
whining.
Yeah.
No. She would just sit at the door and whine, and then I'd go back outside, and she wouldn't poop. She wanted to go for a long walk to poop, so I just fuck it. You're going in the kennel. You're gonna poop now, or you're going in the kennel. And then we go straight outside. Oh, you don't poop now? We're going back in the kennel.
That's how they got to learn. It's like you go out, you do your business, then you can have fun.
Rah, 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 rah.
Well, laugh when
Too
she
bad
bites
that
him.
the teeth aren't as sharp as they were, a couple months ago. They're bigger, but not as sharp.
That's being chased.
Oh, from LRJ 88 from Leon. Aw,
yeah,
it's dinner.
Is it gonna be deep fried or pan fried?
Tempura.
Like what I finished this week.
Oh, you finished it.
Nice.
Nice. Now, how are you gonna ship that back?
In pieces.
It's getting torn
Fly
apart
it?
and put back into Ziploc bags so it can be rebuilt in DC. And it's even got.
Well,
I was gonna say, what about
escape
the?
pod.
Oh, nice. What about the interior? Does
All right, we'll pull her down.
hey, well,
Don't
it's
drop,
not
don't
really a
drop, don't
problem.
drop, don't
You can
drop,
just
don't drop.
disassemble it completely, because at least for me, when I played with Lego, the joy was in building it, not just having it on a shelf. It was building it and messing with it and modding it.
So
yeah, and then making something new. Oh, no, it even has them in there. Nice.
Yep, they fit in there. Then for interior.
So, any electronics in there too?
Those are up front in the cockpit.
Actual electronics?
No.
No, Legos don't have most Legos don't have electronics.
Well, that's why that's why you mod them, like the Apollo 13, the Apollo the Saturn V rocket you can buy. There's a lot of people modifying them so they can light up.
Well, yeah.
I have that one, but I haven't modded it.
It's add noises too. So
well, that's the thing. You also have people who end up going to shows to.
Oh, you comparing?
Oh, no. He pulled up the engine room.
I pulled up your favorite scene so far, Furball.
So as I watched, I was thinking, like, I could go like super pedantic and just nitpick the shit out of both the episode and the movie.
Yeah, let's try to keep the episode review to 30 to 45 minutes.
Good luck.
Well, the episode should just pretty much be a reference, like any major, oh, hey, what about this kind of things. But then again, yeah, we could really go into it.
There's so many little things that we could pick apart. Oh, just because I played with you before, now you want me to play with you again, huh?
Oh, of course. You
started it.
She's riled up now.
I mean, the little thing is one of the small things for me for all the Star Trek movies and TOS is that you can easily see that the doors were operated by people.
Oh, dumbass.
What?
Someone wants to come out.
She just banged her head on the coffee table. Yeah. Now she's mad at the coffee table because she turned around and smacked her head on it. There you go.
As she probably would have done it to the chair. She keeps giving it the side eye as she walks back. That is great.
Stay away from me. Stay away from me. We're done now. We're done now?
Well, at least she doesn't attack the table. Or maybe she's plotting a revenge.
Ready?
Hey, try putting a toy on the table and see if she's willing to. See if she's willing to take it off the table, just to see. Oh yeah.
what the fuck?
Oh yeah. I'm over here. I'm totally not upset by you having that thing right now.
You get it? Can you get it? You get it? Oh.
Ooh,
done.
Hey.
Oh, yeah, puppy.
Why'd you do that? Why'd you put it there?
I'm actually surprised that she feels that way. I've never seen a dog or any animal being angry at an inanimate.
She's still giving it the stink eye
after hitting it. It's what the.
Oh, that time
But
she
not
didn't.
every time though. Or while it's not looking, move the table, and try not to make any noise, or turn it, something. So she can notice. Oh, wait, something's different.
How about this? Oh no, she's good.
Well, she was careful.
She's forgiven the coffee table, apparently.
Now, how much? Oh, she backed up from the wall. Wow.
Now she's giving the wall a side eye too.
What the?
Where did it go?
It went the other way, dumbass.
Use your nose, kiddo.
Other way. Yeah. Yep. There you go.
Oh, there it is.
I got it, Dad. She's still looking at the coffee table.
It's a great thing about these broadcasts. If they ever get boring, we can always entertain ourselves with watching Furball play with his dog.
Well, dogs are cooler than people, so
That's right. Well, I don't know. The dog we have is an absolute fucking idiot.
Yeah. All right.
Now, we'll remember tomorrow, or in a couple of hours, though.
Have you guys? I recently discovered somebody on YouTube that I'd never heard of, and I'm kind of ashamed I hadn't. Have you heard of the lock-picking lawyer?
Yep. And Bosnian Bill as well.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Yeah. He is amazing. He's entertaining. And have you seen his April Fool's video from last year?
Yeah, Bosnian Bill's April Fools I've seen a couple of times. Can't distinguish them from each other at different years, but Bosnian Bill is awesome. I don't watch Law-Picking Lawyer that often, but
I think I may have seen like 2 or 3 videos from the Lock-Picking Lawyer, but that's it. It sounds familiar.
Yeah. Let me see it. I'm gonna find.
I've got the channel pulled up here.
Yeah, and actually,
look up April Fools. Play his April Fool's video.
Yeah, and I actually
it's episode 862. It's only 3 minutes long, but it is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, but it's the copyright that I'm worried about.
Yeah.
And I actually started lockpicking for fun after I started watching Bosnian Bill, and find out that I can use it to keep my mind active.
Here we go.
So it's actually quite fun to pick locks. And it has come handy a couple of times.
Hey, Sean.
I do have to apologize, Jared. I am truly sorry that had to happen.
Sometimes you just got to rip the Band-Aid off.
And I actually started for fun.
Damn it!
After
mute.
Fail.
PC Master Race.
PC Master Race.
No, it's because I'm on my phone and I just got back to the hotel room, so I turned it on my computer. So I'm talking to you on my phone, watching YouTube on my computer.
Is it an iPhone?
Fuck you.
PC Master Race.
Hey, John. Fuck you.
Yes.
Fuck
PC
you.
Master Race. That's a simple rule of life.
I love my iPhone.
Although I will say I have never experienced a more stable system than running Windows 10 on my Mac, on my iMac.
Hey, I'll give it to Mac on certain respects, but PC Master Race.
Yeah, and then again, my Mac is from before they started really fucking with people and bonded the storage directly onto the motherboard, so you can't do anything with it.
So 98.
No.
I've been home building my desktop computer
iMac.
since. I've been home building my desktop computer since 1996. So.
Yeah, well,
I'm bored.
not
I need a
saying
new
the
mic.
Mac was the first computer I used, but I did use it professionally and for some school stuff. And it was, at the time, when I used it professionally, it was the only system to use for audio and for video. Of course, now there's a lot more choices, but
You know, I have to say, Jay,
Yeah.
fuck off, because ever since you showed me that one computer,
Oh,
really
yeah.
frickin' tempting.
Shall I pull that up for everybody?
Send them the link and put the link in the live chat, because I will admit this system would.
That was Paul's Hardware, wasn't it?
I believe so. Yeah.
Oh, that reminds me. That reminds me. I was watching Bitwit the other morning, and got a really bad dad joke that I need to share with everybody. Tech will love this. What's the difference between Optimus and Optimus Prime?
What?
Oh God.
2-day shipping.
Nice.
Oh.
This is wrong.
God.
Still like it though. But yeah, so this system that Jay is pulling up the video for to share with everyone, to share the link with everyone, is 2 computers in one. You have a full-size motherboard and setup, and a mini motherboard setup in the same tower. So you can literally game on one entirely independent system with a capture card between the two and stream on the other system.
Wow.
I'm confused, Jared.
Imagine 2 separate desktops.
No.
What?
I'm confused about something else going on.
Huh?
Just because I've never been part of your Discord server because it was on the USDA thing. Marvel Girl's been talking about you got a new Discord, but Nightbot's going back to your old Discord.
The new is the old.
The new is the old.
I'm
confused.
It was actually Bitwit.
If it says the real UDSA, it's the correct one. I think.
I'm so confused.
So I see the UDSA and I see the real AT2.
It's the real
No,
AT2 that you
Sean,
need.
what he means is that the real AT2 is the original, not the original from last week.
Yeah, that probably didn't help.
No, not so much. I'm talking about Discord servers, not the Discord.
Yeah. So,
yeah. So
Pig server was after this one.
Yeah, so the true original Discord server is the one that is now linked in the description and via Nightbot and Marvel Girl. So we went from server 1 to server 2 back to server 1.
Oh, okay. I'm lost.
So UDSA was the launched group server at its outset. The link is now going back to my original server that was originally launched before that. So that's where I say the new server, the new links go to the old.
So this isn't okay. Simple question: is the one that you're actually linking to now, is that run by or not run by Pig?
No, that's by myself, they and them, and occasional help from Marvel Girl.
Okay, so I will actually click that link now.
Good, because that'll make it easier for me to get the link out to everyone.
Okay, so here's a screenshot from the video.
Hey, Sean Hufford just joined the Discord server. Is this the real Sean Hufford or the fake Sean Hufford?
This is the real one. This isn't the troll one. The number behind my name is 2702.
Now, is that the new Sean Hufford or the new old?
this isn't the Twitwit group Sean Hufford.
Assholes.
Okay, so
now once you go into rules and updates and click the thing, it'll automatically give you the general public role, and then I can give you the veteran role.
Click what thing? There's nothing to click.
So
I guess
are you
that thing?
Yes.
Is that the new Sean?
Now that you've done that, I can go here make sure that the bot did its thing. So now, boom.
Hey, I have a whole new thing just pop up.
Yep.
Woo-hoo.
Yeah, that's the private veterans only area.
Okay. So, but you do understand why I was never part of the old
No, I know.
ATJ. Okay, just want to make sure that we're clear on that.
Yep. So on that Discord server, not only is there the veterans only area, there is also a Patreon and channel members only area on top of that. So yes, there's more than just what the regular public sees on the Discord server.
I feel so left out. I can't see those.
Oh, and the moderators and admins can also see what's called the sin bin. If you misbehave on the server, you get put in the sin bin, and that is the only thing you can see.
Nice.
What do I got to do to get in there?
I'm about to find out.
Time to test the rules.
Time to test out the sin bin. No, I won't do that.
So here's a brief look at the inside of that 2P season 1.
Yeah, so this is where the more I think about it, the more tempting building a system like that is. I just don't have the coin for it.
So it looks like it's a full ATX and then there'll be a mini ITX.
Yes.
Board.
Yeah, exactly. With liquid cooling on both.
Yeah, both CPUs have liquid cooling.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna call out one. I'm gonna call out something that you should be putting the sin bin for right off the bat, Jared. Who the hell starts up a Discord server, talks about their Discord server, and they're not online on their Discord server? Just saying.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I see you now. Got it.
So the mini ITX one's used as a capture, it looks like.
Yeah. So what it was is his original intent was going to be to use the ATX board was going to be an Intel board, and was going to use like an AMD on the lower one. But unfortunately, since AMD in the 3rd gen Ryzen doesn't make a powerful enough APU for doing everything that he wanted to do with it, he switched them. So he's got a 9900K down here and a 3900X up here.
It's not an issue daisy chaining 2 power supplies.
No, he's only got one.
Yeah, but there's no issue with doing it. In fact, it's even better than having one single one. The less stress they get, the more they'll last.
Well, probably has enough wattage here to handle it. I mean, what he's
yeah, it does.
Probably, but still.
And I'm slightly depressed, Jared. I finished out binge watching DS9 again.
I have 3 episodes left on Voyager.
Well, I kind of cheated though because the last season of DS9 kind of like was meh to me.
So you just put it on and let it go?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
White noise. That's
So
what I do with Voyager.
It's been so long since I've watched Voyager that I'm actually paying attention to every episode.
So here are the parts for the 2 PCs as well.
Well, the thing that irritated me about DS9 was when they got rid of Jadzia because of her Playboy spread, and they replaced her with Esri. The first 3 episodes, they ham-fisted her as the intro and outro to every freaking episode for like the first 3 episodes.
Sean, it sounded like you said Playboy friend or Playboy's friend.
Playboy spread.
Okay, you did say that. What? Okay.
Yeah, that's why they kicked her off. That's why they wrote her out of the show, is because she did a Playboy spread, and they didn't want that publicity coming back on them.
Oh, now I get it. Okay, I wasn't aware that she, she totally has a body for it, but I wasn't aware that she did that.
Yeah, because
Did
she
she wear
went
her
and
spots?
did. Oh, actually, I think she did for one of them. I'd have to look it back up, but I think that she actually had her spots on for one of them, full body spots.
Ooh, yeah, that's probably not the best.
So yeah, they literally dissolved her contract for that.
Well,
that's wrong.
Now I kind of want to see her her contracts if that something like that was in there.
It probably was about public indecency. I'm sure they had a clause for that somewhere.
But, okay, yeah, public indecency. That's such a gray area.
What was the
But-
See,
what was the
now
PS
even
you used?
see, now it's even okay for congressional members to go naked.
What?
Oh, you haven't heard? No,
Oh
it's not
yeah,
okay.
you didn't hear about that? Yeah, it's
Oh,
that
yeah,
hill chick from
got
California. She was cutting some other chick's hair naked.
There it is.
No, it's not just that. There's one of her like fully butt naked.
And
Yeah.
you're not sharing why?
Because we can't get the unedited photographs. Because it was a conservative think tank that got them and released them. And they edited them before they released them.
Give me a second. Oh shit, I'm on my.
Hopefully that
I'm on a
picture
different device.
wasn't the one that got her fired because
No, she did not
No.
wear spots, but I have to be quiet for a few minutes now.
Here's the thing. I preferred Esri,
Yes.
so
I'll just say yes.
yeah. We can leave that there for a while.
I'll offer no objection to that.
Pay no attention to us.
Already, Bo?
Yeah, the double side doesn't work. You know, that's a phrasing thing.
Nice.
Oh.
You know what I have this labeled as? Oh, it should tell you right here.
Yoda.
Rule
I don't
34.
I don't know. I don't know. Seeing that one made me think of what I came up with the other day, which is I can prove through evolution that pineapples do not belong on pizza.
I like pineapple on the right pizza. So depends on what other
No.
toppings there. But I like.
Trying to find the article about the congresswoman. Oh, warning, explicit.
Oh, okay. Link.
Link.
Well, Ira says in the live stream, Trey Gowdy streaking through Congress. Is that what you're talking about? Or
No,
No.
Trey Gowdy's a dude.
no? Okay.
Let's see.
Yeah, we
Wow,
saw
I didn't know she was a year older than me.
who, Esri?
Yeah. Well,
But Esri Dax, however, different story.
And to be fair, Emily did have a thing with Bones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're nerds.
Yeah, no,
Well, we've always
no
been nerds.
compromising pictures here. Furball, in that link you shared on Discord.
No, you got to scroll down to click to view image.
Click to view image. Okay. Oh,
There's
yeah,
more
it's
than that.
edited.
Oh wait, here we go. Here we go. Yeah, all of them that I've seen are edited, but there's one of. Here we go. UK Daily Mail.
Okay. Seeing text messages.
What do they do? Hire a third grader to edit these?
I know.
Jared, you got to click on the link for the UK one.
All right, hang on. Whoa. Just that thumbnail to it alone was
Yeah.
okay.
You like the editing on that?
Yeah.
And then there's a whole bunch about like sharing hot wives forums and pictures that they've got text messages about.
Everyone has their kink.
Mind if I share the link into the live chat?
Go for it.
Yes, please.
I love the title on it. Where is it? Shows off Nazi era tattoo while smoking a bong naked. You could have added like while murdering a puppy. Just keep adding on terrible shit.
Yeah. The full headline: shocking photos. Oh, get the fuck out of here. Gotta love Google and their ads. Shocking photos of Congresswoman Katie Hill are revealed showing off a Nazi-era tattoo while smoking a bong, kissing her female staffers, and posing nude on wife-sharing sites.
Hang on.
Those weren't all in one picture.
Sorry, that tattoo does not look like the image that they put later on in the article. Yes,
no, it's not.
Yes, it's an iron cross, but you know what?
That was used prior to them.
So what? Put a few details around it, and guess what you have?
I was supposed to nag you about something. I don't remember what it was.
A Celtic cross.
Yeah. Apparently, though, she's taken some stance on somebody else's.
Remind me, Bo, what was I supposed to nag him about? Oh, the flight jacket. Yes, sir.
Oh,
Jared. Shit. You have a prize you've still yet to send to somebody.
You know, and thank you for the fucking reminder. See?
Thank you, Bo.
I've only been poking you every now and then, for God knows how long.
Now, with everything else going on, I do apologize. Actually, I think it's even still in the box right over there. I just gotta fucking grab it and take care of it.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah. Do it.
You know what? As a
don't be a dark Skywalker, dude.
Do it. As a makeup prize, just stick a pack of Twinkies in there. I've always wondered how they taste.
I ate a Twinkie 2 days ago. I ended my keto diet 2 days ago.
Woohoo!
How did that taste?
So how bad did you feel after eating one bite of a Twinkie?
So I've been testing my blood for the past month or so just to make sure I'm still in ketosis. Mm-hmm. And so Thursday at lunch, I had a normal meal. That was the beginning of the end, and now I'm just normal counting calories. So Thursday lunch, been eating normal since then. It is now Saturday lunch. I am still in ketosis according to my blood count.
You're what? You're what?
Is that a good thing?
I don't know. It's taking a while for my body to stop. So my body is still burning fat rather than carbs. Because that's the switch when you're in ketosis. Your primary source of energy are the fats rather than your primary source is the carbs. I'm eating the carbs, but my body hasn't switched back yet.
Well, maybe it just takes time for the body to realize that, oh, wait a minute. Okay.
Our original food source is back. Again. Yeah. Yeah. When I started keto, it took me about 4 or 5 days. And when my body switched, I took a day off of work.
Oh.
Well,
because it almost killed me.
Well, that's the problem with switching from sugars to body fat for sustenance. Fat doesn't provide as much energy as sugars. So, yeah, you feel a little bit drained.
Oh, God. They call it the keto flu. And I woke up in the middle of the night, threw up, retching. I went to work for a couple hours that morning and then came back and just laid on the couch for 2 days. So I'm not looking forward to the switch back. I hope it's better than last time. But I had 3 beers last night.
That whole thing about the whole keto thing makes me really curious, though, because, fat doesn't provide as much energy as sugars does, but fat is so much more energy dense.
Yeah. So I've lost 25 pounds on it in 3 months.
Yeah,
I had a
keto
lot of
diet-
extra.
Keto diet, you're telling your body to eat itself, and you're starving everything else.
Yeah. But I'll say when I started this diet, I didn't have a T-shirt that I was comfortable wearing in public. Now there's nothing in my closet that doesn't fit well and I feel comfortable in.
So is the day one of keto diet is where you look at your plate of food, look in the full length mirror, and say, "Eat me."
Yeah, pretty much.
And the clothing not fitting you anymore? Well, if you're lucky, you could just throw that shit in a washing machine and put it on.
Shrink it up.
Exactly. Just shrink it.
I bet you wish you're like, God, I can't talk tonight. I bet you wish you were like me, just eat whatever you want and just never gain weight.
Yeah, no, I don't have that problem.
I can't do that anymore.
I do not have that problem.
Oh. Yeah.
I'd like to.
I like me and my 185 pounds.
I'm at 157 right now, and I started this at 182.
But I'm 6'4".
Jesus.
I'm below weight. Sorry for ball. I didn't mean to burst your bubble like that.
I'm 5'9".
But you know why it is? PC Master Race.
Yeah, because all the viruses your PC gives you.
Although Mac OS does get viruses, but compared to Windows machines, yeah, it barely shows on.
Well, you know why? You know why these dipshit hackers and virus makers create viruses for PC, right?
Surface area.
Yeah, they want to hit as many computers as possible. So of course they don't pay attention to the Macs.
Obviously,
yeah.
But now, since most people today who buy a Mac do it because it looks nice or some stupid reason like that. So eventually, that's probably why that Macs started getting viruses too now.
I'll give it completely up for Mac and their sound design, for their graphics, for graphic design. 100% Mac all the way. They got that nailed down. Everything else, though,
not so much.
PC Master Race.
Yeah, except for if you want a computer or a phone for that matter, that whatever you do, you cannot fuck stuff up. That's also a good thing but for people who want to actually mess with things, it's not a good thing.
Do you remember the old PC versus Mac commercials?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Do you remember? Have you seen the joke one?
I think I saw it a long time ago. I don't remember it though.
You're talking about the one that's PC, Macs, and Linux.
Jay, play this one. This should not be copyrighted because it's a joke commercial.
Well, that doesn't remove any copyright.
Oh yeah.
It's just that Apple's not going to come down on you for it.
Yeah, this
What's the max
is
resolution of this thing. Oh,
it's low.
240.
Yeah. So this is back when there was the PC versus Mac and all the jokes about how I made this video on my Macintosh, about how great their video editing software was.
All right,
so this is
ready?
a joke of those.
Editing is all Mac-based now. I mean, there are programs out there on the PC, but whether you're using Avid or using Final Cut Pro, you're working on a Macintosh. Using a Mac is a little different than using a PC. It's not so much operating a computer as it is sort of tricking it, fooling it into doing what it is you really want it to do. You kind of have to sneak up on a Mac. I don't feel like I'm operating the Mac so much as I'm just there sharing the Mac experience. And if I can do something useful while the Mac is willing, so much the better. One of the coolest features of the Macintosh is it's really easy to shut down. All you have to do is be using a piece of software and then poof, it goes away. It's gone. It's shut down. You didn't push any buttons. You didn't close. You didn't even save. It's just gone. Unless you want to shut down a Mac. Oh, that's a whole nother story. I mean, you try to close a program and it locks up, and then you do that funny, the cloverleaf period thing? But these unnatural and ultimately useless interrupt keys. Then nothing moves. Then you push the power button and it won't turn off. You go around and unplug it, and you better hope you're not on a laptop, because then you got to find the damn battery and try to pull that out, or the thing will never shut down. So I put my CD in the CD-ROM tray, and I'm copying media off that CD, dragging it onto my desktop, dragging it onto my desktop, dragging it onto my desktop. I eject it, and where did my files go? It's the only operating system I know of where click and drag does not mean you actually copy or move anything. No, you're just making shortcuts on your desktop. So I've got my next CD, and I slam it into the CD-ROM tray, and lo and behold, it starts playing all by itself. I'm looking.
You've never heard of this before?
No, I've never seen this one before, but obviously operating systems change over time. I have never had this issue.
When was it that Mac decided to finally catch up with the rest of the world and actually have 2 mouse buttons?
Ooh.
Actually, they had it for a while. It's just Macs don't.
2012?
Just they didn't use.
Yeah, because that was my favorite.
Earlier than that, but
that was my favorite tech support crank was when people would call like a Microsoft tech support thing and they're running a Mac and they're telling them, well, just right click on where's the right mouse button.
Well, I do remember working on a, let's see, was it a G2 or G5? I can't remember. And it was top of the line at the time, and it only had that one frickin' button, and it was not USB. That was in what 2000 and I don't know, between 2002 and 4.
I think by the time that Mac actually introduced the second mouse button, PCs were up to like 7.
I'm pretty sure that a certain individual touted that new mouse design as completely revolutionary.
We have 2 mouse buttons.
Great idea. Just like they tried with the iPad, although it was Microsoft who thought of it first, making a tablet computer.
All right, keep going. It gets better.
We all know that the tablet computer was started in Star Trek. So
true.
Yeah, okay.
That is very true.
Fair enough.
Well, guys, I hate to do this, but I got to shut down and get ready for bed. So,
All right.
y'all have a good night.
All right, man. Have a good night.
See ya.
All right, later.
It off. Finally, out of desperation, I click and drag the CD into the garbage can. The system locks up. So I go to the cloverleaf period spacebar thing, hoping I can stop the program, and I get a little caution window saying, careful, interrupting this program may lock up the system. I try to click OK, but the system's already locked up! I like the handle here. That's so you can attach a chain and use it as a boat anchor!
Yeah, that was an awful computer right there. That was an awful computer, but it's a great cabinet for making door stops, and I've seen people use it for cats, or what do you call them? Cat bungalows. They like to be in enclosed spaces. So I've seen people do that. That's what they're good for.
Psychological warfare on me because I'm working late at night. Out the corner of my eye, I keep seeing this thing jumping up and down. The update manager is bouncing at the bottom of the screen like a Jack Russell fucking terrier. So I'm looking around in the list of the files, trying to find the executable it wants me to update. And if I click on any one of them by accident, I rename it. Oh no, it's been renamed nothing. It was some kind of important system file, and the computer crashes. On a PC, no data is really lost. I mean, there's a way to undelete a file. If you know what you're doing in DOS, you can go in and recover anything that's been corrupted. On a Mac, if you lose a file, you run to the store to get a copy of the Mac version of Norton Utilities. You run back only to have Norton go, "You idiot! You own a Macintosh! The file is fucking gone! It's just gone!"
Oh my God.
Oh, it's so true.
Oh shit!
Hey, Furball.
Yeah.
Do you experience less shrinkage when you go into a cold pool?
Why? Why?
Because we're Mac bashing.
I love it though.
Don't have any tools or any kind of buttons or whatever dials or switches on the bottom of the screen because if you reach for them, the dock menu comes up. Like angle around and slide and dodge the thing to get to the control. It's kind of like boxing with your computer. I can put it on the bottom, I can put it on the left, I can put it on the right. No, I can't put it on the top. That's reserved for the mighty Blue Apple. My name is Hunter Kressel. I'm an editor, and I cut together everything you saw tonight on a Macintosh.
Let's leave it right here.
I can't tell if you're laughing or crying because you know it's true.
Both.
I love it. A little bit of both. I think I talked to Brainy about this. It's kind of like being in an abusive relationship. I know I shouldn't be here. I know there's better places I can go, but I just don't want to leave.
So, who heard Brainy and Radical getting into a fight about sound cards the other day?
Oh, don't get me started.
No, the only thing I heard him fighting about earlier was that wonderful join button you see below the video right now.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. Now, I tout myself as a sound guy, or an audio guy, I should say. I'm very picky on sound cards. So, Brady and Radical probably don't want to get me involved in that.
I do.
Well, if you're, depending on what kind of sound you're looking for, because, I deal mainly with MIDI, so I have to have a sound card that's capable of MIDI, and for some reason, Microsoft decided to say, well, fuck MIDI, we don't need to support that anymore. I've had to hack drivers to make my sound cards work with MIDI. But the best sound card that's ever been made dealing with MIDI is, of course, the Sound Blaster Live 5.1 Platinum, which is what I still operate. Beyond that, the rest of it's just bells and whistles on, we can do 3D environments now. Okay, the Sound Blaster Live can do that as well. We have 64 channels. Okay. Pretty much every sound card since the AW64 has had 64 channels. It's all about, we're running sound at 320 kilohertz now. Okay, the human ear can't hear that, but fine and dandy, whatever floats your boat. The Sound Blaster Live was the pinnacle of sound cards. Everything else is just adding on bells and whistles that don't actually add more, but it still raises the price because it sounds good on paper.
Yeah. I found a video from the Hardware Canucks. I posted it in the VTW crew chat and tagged you on it, Sean, on Discord. If you want to give it a watch. I haven't watched it yet either, but I was going to send that to Brainy Beaver and Radical both. So, speaking of which, set that there. I know I have Radical on direct message. There you go.
If veterans were in horror movies too?
Yes.
Is that what you're talking about?
No, that's Bo. That was Bo.
That one was good though.
Oh, why sound cards are important in 2019? Oh my god, I'm gonna facepalm in this, ain't I?
Probably. Like I said, I haven't watched it, so. But I did send it off to Brainy and to Radical so they can get into their argument more.
Okay. Before I even watch this video, the only thing that's ever improved on sound cards in the last 15 years is how fast it processes the 3D environments. Beyond that, yeah, there's a faster RAM DAC, but it's nothing that's really necessary. The only thing that's good is for gaming. Because if you go through your standard MP3s, they're not surround sound by default. You can have a sound card emulate it, no big deal, because surround sound music sounds kind of like ass. Especially if it's just saying, okay, this sounds like a drum, let's put it over in your right rear channel. I mean, that's the kind of things that sound cards are doing. There's no reason for that. When it comes to movies, every sound card for the last 20 years has been able to do at least 5.1 surround sound. For the last 12 years, I think they've all been standardized to 7.1 surround sound. So there's no improvements in that aspect. So your movie aspects, no big deal. Music, no big deal. It's all about 3D audio. And they've gotten better at it as far as speed goes, so it can put you in the right direction in your surround sound headphones better, but it's nothing really major. And they're just touting off, it's just shit that they want to say, okay, this is This is what it does now on paper, but it's really no different than what you had 5 years ago.
Yeah.
But we're going to charge $200 more per card.
Oh, it's not exactly the same, but I can't help thinking about the Beats Audio. I can't remember. I'm not sure who exactly makes those, but they don't sound good at all. They just have more bass than everything else, and it sounds shit. It's just more bass, more better. People these days don't know the difference between good audio and usable audio.
Right. You take the bass down so far, and it sounds like Morgan Freeman, and while he's got a soothing voice, it's not something you want to have in your music.
No, and also, having a real singer perform without electronic assistance, like an auto tuner, is becoming somewhat an endangered species now.
Oh, it's so rare. It might as well be a freaking dodo bird.
Ooh, okay. So, want to know who the developer of the Beats Electronics headphones are?
Yeah, Logitech.
Nope.
I never looked into it, but I'm sure it's on the weekend.
I believe.
Well, so the idea behind it was inspired and initially run by Dr. Dre and Interscope Records, but what electronics company are they partnered with?
I hope it's not Bose.
Nope.
It's not Crown, is it?
Nope.
Hell no. They don't know about consumer grade stuff at all.
No, they don't. That's what I was saying.
They're great with professional audio equipment, but not consumer grade.
Let's put it this way. Sean, you're not going to like the answer.
It better not be Creative Labs.
Worse.
Diamond?
Apple.
Oh, there you go.
Really? Apple?
BT Masters.
But who makes them?
No wonder why they're garbage.
Beats Electronics LLC, also known as Beats by Dre or simply Beats by Dr. Dre or simply Beats by Dre, is a subsidiary of Apple Inc.
Yeah, okay, fine. But who makes them?
The same.
Again, I'm not sure. I don't
pipeline.
think it is Apple.
Same pipeline. For a period, the company was majority owned by the Taiwanese smartphone maker HTC.
Yeah, okay, but think about
the manufacturing is shared for Apple products.
Yeah, because I was thinking that it's the same deal as with IBM ThinkPads, for example. It was Lenovo that made them. And eventually, IBM, for some reason, don't know which, they sold off the production of the ThinkPad brand. And now, to Lenovo, who made them in the first place.
Yeah. So
we always saw that it was IBM who made them, although it was a different company making them.
So the original equipment company that they were partnered with, Monster Cable.
Oh, hell no. They have good quality products, but a lot of their products are scams. Literally scams. Like special cables that cost at least, to you guys, it would be what? About, let's see, $700 per yard for a speaker cable. And has this special device on it that you have to, that makes it very important for you to actually have the cable oriented in a certain direction for it to work. It's fucking bullshit. Or how about gold-plated SP-Diff cables? I'm sorry, gold-plated Toslink cables. And demanding a lot of money for it.
Well, think about this. To get 4K HDMI, you're pretty much required to get gold-plated cables for that too.
Well, hey, yeah, but what's the difference between Toslink and HDMI? HDMI is an electrical connection, but what is Toslink? Optical. Ta-da! And they in their ads for those gold-plated Toslink fiber optic cables, is that the gold somehow improved the quality.
That's a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah. They are. I mean, again, they do sell great products, but they also scam people with some of their other products and price products. But that's many people do that. Many companies do that. So.
Oh my god. Sorry, I'm looking at the Air Force be like pew pew pew. Oh my god.
You're welcome.
But hey, Sean, how old is your sound card?
It was brand new when I bought it. So
I'm talking about not your specific, but the model. Just are we talking 5 years, 10 years?
Oh,
10,
older than that.
15. Probably close to 20.
Yeah, because I'm thinking, Windows 10.
Yeah, that's why I had to hack drivers.
Yeah.
It was 2000, so it was 19 years old.
Oh, damn. And it wasn't enough to use the emulator in Windows 10?
No, Windows 10 just has the software wavetable that it has. It's shit. You've heard my parodies. That's all because of my wavetable on the sound card.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, play those through just the standard Microsoft emulator. Yeah, it sounds like a fucking Nintendo.
Well, Nintendo is shit, so yeah, we can be.
I'm playing a Nintendo right now. Y'all can fuck off.
Nintendo is the Macintosh of consoles.
It really is.
It sure is.
Hey, does this sound familiar?
Yeah, something that does not work at all, by the way. It's just the action of taking it out and putting it back in that makes the difference.
Right.
I'm playing Mario on the Switch right now. Y'all can go to hell.
I can play Mario on my NES Classic. That doesn't require the cartridges, so
I can play Mario on my
not
emulator.
a real NES. That's just.
Hey, I have a real
depending on
NES
the version
controller.
of it,
Thank you very much, Bo.
Yeah, depending on the version of it, it's likely to be literally be a Raspberry Pi.
Oh yeah, it is. Nobody's questioning that.
Hey, here's the best part. I have a Nintendo emulator. I have a Super Nintendo emulator. I don't have to blow on shit.
You know, I need to get emulators for this computer now.
But you choose to anyways because you want the experience.
Well, nostalgia makes me blow on the mic every now and then, but other than that.
Yeah. I mean, I've never liked emulators, but if you don't have anything else, well, yeah, okay, fair enough. I mean, I have my Commodore 64 still, and I know I can easily just, hack it so I can stick in games with an SD card, but I still prefer to use the data set, the cassette tape drive instead.
I'm sorry, Bo, but I have to say this to Cy Strikeling. Phrasing.
She knew what she said.
Oh God!
Crying while she was laughing.
You dirty girl.
Hold on.
Well, I don't know about shit, but
Tech has sent us a wonderful bit of.
Burn it down.
That sounds like you need to put a lot of stock into toothpaste. Maybe it's a mouthwash.
All right, let's see what Tech sent.
No.
Oh God, he's giggling already.
It's worth it.
What?
This is for you, Furball.
Who uses Windows sounds? Jeez.
Burn it down.
I like the Wii.
Thanks, Grandma.
I don't know about American old folks' homes, but the Nintendo Wii, at least here, when it came out, and still to this day, is extremely popular at old folks' homes.
Yes.
Because it gets them active.
Yeah, I was going to say
some of them are hardcore players.
You guys in the chat and in here keep saying, Commodore 64. I got you all beat, you little kids. Vic 4, bitches.
Vic 4? Okay. I was thinking, he's either going to say Vic 20 or Commodore 16 or maybe even the PET.
Oh no, Vic 4 was my first actual computer.
Huh.
Then I had the VIC 20, then I had the Commodore 64. Then I went to the Commodore 128D.
Was it an actual 24, or was it that newfangled pointy shit?
No, the original VIC 4 model actually looked like the same form factor as the keyboard on the Commodore 64. But it was more rounded and just a real dingy gray.
Yeah, well,
so
that's it. You really do need the bread bin, although the video output on it is not as good as the Commodore 64C. That's the only.
I forget the model. I forget the model number off the top of my head, but the first computer that I had was an Atari.
That's not a computer, though.
That's
that is literally not a computer.
Yeah. No, it was a computer. It just ran games and used the TV for the monitor.
You're talking about the Atari 28? No. You're talking about the console, the Atari
2600 or
2600. Yeah, when you get into the Atari 2800, that was the first attempt Atari had at making a computer, and it sucked ass.
Well, yeah, it was an Atari. What do you expect? I wasn't saying it was
they
good.
bring you games like E.T. I mean, come on now.
Hey,
Last
Starfighter.
Don't. E.T. didn't exist. It was an urban legend.
Yeah, I remember. God, I think when we got our first computer, it was Windows 2.1. And when they upgraded to Windows, yeah, small town, we didn't have computers. We didn't have internet. But yeah, I think it was like 2.1 that we got, and I remember that the upgrade to Windows 3.0 that was fucking massive.
Yeah, at least 16 or 20 discs.
For me, TI based on a 994A.
It was
my first OS was
5 3/4 inch floppies. Oh no, not that game.
What the?
My first actual operating system. My first actual operating system was Novell DOS.
Novell DOS.
Novell DOS.
Yeah. Fish. I actually, by the way, I saw the documentary on that stuff. It was hilarious, and I think it's on YouTube actually.
He found thousands and thousands of ET games.
And it took him a whole lot of time to find out where and when it was. Well, when it was junked, in order to try and find out where it was dumped.
Yeah. It's worse than that. It wasn't just dumped. They actually put a slab of concrete over it.
That game was. I had that game. That game was horrible.
Horrible.
Yeah, they nuclear wasted that stuff.
Combat.
I wonder why.
What was it? Congratulations. What was the ending of it? Like even the ending title was wrong.
Oh, yeah, okay. Because the ending of the game was there was no ending because it crashed before you even got there. If I remember,
there's a different one I'm thinking of.
Yeah, I never.
The ending was like congratulations.
Wow.
Mario's running around the city.
Should have put it in with like nuclear waste or something.
Well, that's the
kind of
most
right now.
nuclear waste has a shorter half-life, though.
Yeah.
So speaking of games, one of the perks of being a member is you're going to get to join in on some off-air gameplay. One of the games that I dare anyone listening or on the panel to try with
Star Trek?
No, with no VR equipment, keyboard and mouse. The game available through Steam. Hand Simulator.
No, pass.
Hand Simulator.
What is it?
Oh,
not a gamer.
There's so many hand simulator games out there. You know, everybody knows that. You know, one of my favorite YouTubers to watch is Jacksepticeye. He's done all of them. Yeah, without VR, you'll never see me get that frustrated. No.
So how's the game work? You got to explain.
You try to pick up and interact with objects, and you have control of just the arms and hands and individual fingers
Be right back.
Yeah.
That sounds tricky.
Again, no VR equipment allowed in this challenge.
Yeah, so you have to deal with not only the 10-finger buttons, you also have to deal with the orientation of your wrists, how you're, the rotations and the angles. So, yeah, it gets ugly. And all of these are done with keyboard presses. Yeah.
And the mouse.
Fuck that noise.
And the mouse. You can use the mouse.
Yeah, no.
You guys ever watch John Green?
No.
He's one of the Vlog brothers. He did a couple years ago. Go ahead, Jared.
And Seraph in the chat has it right. Words will not do it justice. You must see it.
Let's see if I can pick some words to do it justice here.
I was thinking more along the lines of what NANA just put.
No, it's not that kind of hand simulator.
I'm sure. Rule 34, man. I'm sure it's out there.
Not yet. At least not in that game.
Well, I'm going to search for it now. Rule 34, damn it.
No mods?
Yeah, no mods.
A couple years ago, John Green did a eval of a
yes,
VR
there is.
game.
Of course, there's a mod to it.
The game John was playing was Don't Let Go, and the only thing you have to do is keep an index finger on each of the control buttons on the keyboard, and basically the game was trying to get you to let go. Like the first thing that happens, and you're in the simulator, you're sitting at a computer with two hands on the keyboard. Now, and then the first thing that happens is a velociraptor comes into the room and walks right up to you, and then at one point there's a spider, other shit to just try and get you to let go.
Huh. Interesting.
And of course, and of course, when the spider came along, one of his lovely staff tickled his hand, and he almost shit himself.
Oh, I love it. I love people who have that kind of sense of humor. And by the way, so the reason why I know about this game especially is, so for those who aren't in the know or anything, yes, almost a week ago was my birthday, and one of the viewers decided to gift me a copy through Steam, Hand Simulator, The Stanley Parable, and another game, which... the Stanley Parable is going to make an appearance as a game stream, because the little bit I've played that already, holy shit, is it hilarious.
Now we gotta, all right, pause in Mario, go into the computer and look at what a fucking hand simulator is.
Oh my god.
Just make sure you search in YouTube and not Google.
I'll just say this, Furball. PC Master Race.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, I just found a frame grab from that game in an operating room. No, wait, not a no. That's a coroner's office.
Yep. You have that. You have a shooting range. Oh, there are a bunch of them. There's one of them called Wild West, where you're sitting at a table. When the game starts, a single action 6-shooter drops on the table in front of you. You have to pick it up, cock it.
Load it.
No, not load it, thankfully. Pick it up, cock back the hammer, and then aim at the other person in the game, or one of the other people in the game, and try to shoot them before they shoot you.
Oh, then you found a crap version, because there's a version out there that you actually have to pick the gun up. You have the bullets on one side, you have the gun on the other. You have to pick it up, open up the revolver thing, load the actual bullets into the thing, close the barrel or the chamber up, and then aim and fire at somebody.
Oh, Sean, the loading bit is on the hard level, the hard setting. The version we were playing was easy, and it was still infuriating as fuck.
Yeah, try to play that while you're trying to load those little bullets in that fucking barrel.
Yeah.
Oh, my mouse would have ended.
Fastest handgun.
My mouse would have ended up through one of my monitors if that was the case.
Okay, y'all have a good one. I'm out of here. I got to get up early in the morning. So.
All right.
Hey, man.
You have fun at the convention tomorrow, Tech.
And use the dad joke.
Yeah. And I just found out that I have a wet bed to sleep in now.
Whoa.
I'm not in the bed currently.
I was going to say there's a pig joke there.
We were this weekend. We're going to have a storm with hurricane level wind gusts and a lot of rain. I think they said a month's worth of rain, possibly. Yeah, I forgot all about that, and it's starting to come in now. And I just heard something fall off. I heard a noise from my bedroom and just went, oh shit. Then I found out, stuff falling, and my bed is now a water bed.
Bo, Cy Strikeling wants to know, what have you been doing?
He's been doing this, Jared.
You've sent that to him already, haven't you?
I will be in a second.
Okay, good.
That's a good one.
So Furball, what are you thinking about that hand simulator game?
Yeah, that looks infuriating.
That's one word for
it. Oh, Sean, did you ever see any videos of the grenade toss one?
No.
Yeah, you have to open the crate, pick up a grenade, pull the pin, and then manage to throw it far enough away from you and close enough to one of the other people to end up winning.
Oh, good Lord.
Inadvertent suicides happen often in that one.
Yeah, but I have to be pedantic. That frame grab that I found of that corner thing, he isn't cutting him up correctly for a for an autopsy. Well, no, it sounds like a stupid game. Not the title. The title sounded very sexual, I guess. But
oh my God.
Wow. No. Of course, you start going through these after he leaves.
I know.
Wow.
From the past. Yeah, I really love the original animated series with I can't remember the names. Of course, the bad guy having a
oh my God.
Oh, that is good.
Oh, nice.
All right.
No, was it Optimus Prime or was it the bad guy that had the cassette tape deck?
That was Soundwave.
They both had one.
Soundwave.
Yeah, Soundwave. Okay, I couldn't remember. And it was and the cassette was a Jaguar, I think,
or a pterodactyl.
Yeah.
There were a couple versions of of what the tape would transform into.
Yeah, I mean, I remember I tore the shit out of both Optimus Prime and that heavy duty crane toy as a kid. I literally played with it to death. A Cupid?
Wow.
Jeez.
Oh.
Well, Meg
Shut
is
up, Meg.
Meg is short for Megatron.
It is. It's true.
Is that her name?
Yeah, that's what it is.
I did not know that.
What the?
They look more like syringes than sewing needles, but fuck it.
a Hello Kitty transformer from a sewing machine into that.
I want to.
It's a Decepticon. You can tell by the Hello Kitty logo.
Yeah, I really want to know what the voice sounds like for that transformer.
Yeah.
Nah. Oh, jeez.
Oh, that is so true, though.
All right, hold on.
Yeah, got it. All right. Okay. Uh-huh.
Makes. Did Riley write the script for this?
No, there's proper punctuation.
Just wanna.
Wow.
Internet Explorer. Windows XP. No, wait. No. I actually think it's Windows ME.
So, Internet Explorer, the #1 browser for downloading other browsers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The good old days of Netscape Navigator.
I was just gonna say that your Netscape used to be the shit.
Oh yeah. A Real Player was the only music player in the world, except for the one I can't remember the name of, the open source one, with awesome visualization effects.
Oh God.
What the fuck?
What?
Live chat.
Oh no,
Winamp. Oh God.
Winamp. That's the one.
Oh yeah.
Winamp. Yes.
Winamp did have a good visualizer.
Mama's ass. I still use Winamp.
So do I.
I'm all about the cone now. Although I have once, but only once, come across a file it couldn't play. That was a H.265 format. Right.
Okay, I'm gonna date myself. I'm gonna give you a link here in a second, there, Jared. I believe you're set up for audio. Are you?
No, but Jay is.
Oh. Sean, phrasing. I bet you would want to date yourself.
Yeah.
Think about it.
It'd be interesting.
I'd do me.
Yeah, I would do me. There you go, Jay.
All right.
Yeah, I may even do me tonight.
This was done back in 2002.
Wait, how many days? How many days?
24.
Since we're
24,
on
and
the
then I
topic.
don't have to do me anymore.
Well, at least not as often.
True. You got to keep practicing, otherwise you forget. It's like riding.
All right.
It's unlike riding a bike.
Yeah, sure.
What was that?
Okay, that's good, Jay.
Wow.
2002, that was done.
That does not ring a bell.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I got thrown off by that error. I'm thinking it's an encoding error after you made it in the beginning. Maybe.
No.
Yeah.
So nobody knows what that was.
I know what it is, and I didn't even need to see the title of it.
Jared, do you know what it is?
It sounded like GoldenEye.
Hold on.
Oh my God.
Shall I share the image that should remind them of what it is?
Yeah, please do.
Here you go. The show that this is.
Yeah, it sounded like Robots in Disguise.
It was the theme song from the Transformers
Yeah.
cartoon.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yes.
Okay, the only possible defense I would have, I guess, is that back when I saw the cartoon, it was a dubbed cartoon.
We'll give you that since you're not in, not America.
Shut up, Red.
It was the translation to another language that changed the music there. That's it.
They do change the music at times.
I know.
And, in fact, they record it in Denmark. I mean, I was in the studio helping the work on the Pokemon intro music.
So here's a question for you. When was when was that version of Transformers on air?
Oh God, forever ago.
That version of it? What the?
Yeah, they did another version later.
Yes, that was Gen 1 animated series.
Yeah, which was aired when I was too young. Keep in mind, I was born in 83.
Yeah, you're a kid. You're a year older than my little sister. I wasn't aware that there were more than one.
So there was the Gen 1, which actually led into the movie. And then after that, there was Gen 2, which Gen 2, I remember catching a few episodes, but I was young enough that I don't recall the theme song. Plus, I was more into G.I. Joe at the time.
And He-Man, hopefully. Otherwise, something's
yeah, that
wrong
too.
with
When that was no, I remember watching that when it was on.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of phrasing.
I do have to apologize to Glober Mom. Wow.
But hey, that's an obvious one. That's it's still brilliant, but it's obvious. Well, maybe not for decent countries that make sure that their electricity actually works.
So
don't use power poles to transmit power and.
Well, here's a question. What is the efficacy of telling a certain group of intellectuals on the YouTubes to test the power in their outlet with their tongue?
What? Who the fuck would do that?
Do I need to bring up the IC meme, Jared? If I can find that.
If you can find it.
But I thought you were going to talk about this relevant question here.
Oh, that is.
Nope.
Yeah.
It does nothing for me. Nice.
Fair enough.
Yeah, you have to admit that for a kid's cartoon, the Transformers movie was really freaking violent.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
I wouldn't be surprised if the main target audience for that movie was not kids, but those who grew up with Transformers cartoons, toys, and animated cartoons.
Let's see.
You want to read any of these, Jared?
Transformer pickup lines. Are you stepping on my accelerator? Because you're definitely revving my engine.
You ever play Good Car, Bad Car?
That should, those pickup lines. Imagine those being used in the animated movie Cars.
Nice tailpipe.
Oh man.
I'm more of a headlights man.
Yeah.
Yep. So, broadcast history miniseries, September of '84, season 1, October to December of '84, series 2, September to January '85 into '86. August '86 was the feature film, with seasons 3 and 4 following in '86 and '87.
86.
I was
Transformers? What the hell?
August '86, the feature film.
I was prime target there because I was 9 years old.
I was 3. Not even 3. So yeah, I have the age excuse for not deciphering that MIDI.
Well, I would send this one to you, but I'm pretty sure that Paramount would have an issue with it. Because they're douchebags like that.
This is true.
So I won't send this to Jay Brown, but I will send it to you in case you ever do decide you want to use it for a specific thing that you do every now and then. To do as soon as I get it converted, because I'm pretty sure you don't want the MIDI, you want the actual good sounding version.
What the crap?
Convert.
Oh, Aussie baller Peter from the live chat has a better pickup line that should have been in that comic.
Yeah.
You have one slick chassis.
So I'll give you this link, Jared, as soon as it gets uploaded. I'll let you listen to this privately. See if you approve.
So I'm gonna have to listen to it on the phone. Sending it through Discord or Hangouts?
I'm gonna send you the link. So the
Sean probably won't like the phone you're going to play that on, though.
Yeah, I didn't pay for it anyways.
There it is. Shareable link. I'll give you the link on Hangouts. There you go.
I actually wasn't aware that there were any Transformer movies.
Oh
Except
yeah.
For the ones in that started in with what was it, 2000 something?
I just hope that your phone can handle the bass, Jared.
It's an iPhone. Well, it's actually, if it's iPhone 10, it will handle bass a lot better than the older ones. But
stop spying on me, Dad.
She wasn't asleep.
Or is she eyeballing the table?
And for those that want to hear what Jared's enjoying right now, I put it in the crew chat.
Okay.
Just Jay, make sure it doesn't play back through because I don't want Paramount to get.
No, I can do that.
But then again, if you have a MIDI file, one that you made yourself, for example.
Okay, hang on. Let me restart this with headphones.
Yeah, you want the headphones for the bass, sir. It makes or breaks it having the bass in this.
Oh, I could tell the bass without the headphones, and it's like, oh, this will be even better.
All right.
Yes, chat. I'm ignoring you for this because I want them to enjoy this.
Okay. Okay. Wow.
A little bit different, isn't it? When did I make that one? That was back in check name. That was back in 2001, March 23rd.
Back when the world was innocent.
Yeah, back before YouTube was a thing.
Oh, I can't remember where on earth I saw this and I heard this one, but back when Twitter wasn't around, so all the winos had to do it on the streets. The crazy people would have to yell on the streets. I fucked that one up royally. Damn it.
So I've got something really odd that I brought with me that I hope that most people will enjoy. I just realized that I've got it on my computer desk. So
can't really see.
I thought you were looking at the cabinet.
To complete something?
Calvin and Hobbes.
Okay. It's a good thing you didn't have that on you when you came to Washington there. Furball, because my wife would have stole that from you.
Is that an appropriate piece of music for you?
Oh, wow. Yeah, so I'm glad I have the better than average quality headphones I have. Sean, they were literally vibrating on my head.
Like that, did you?
Okay, I haven't heard it yet, but is it a bit like, deep as in the title music for Babylon 5 or something?
Again, Bo, the headphones were vibrating, like noticeably. Yeah. I could feel them shaking on my
but I
head.
don't know if you have actual real headphones on or Beats audio headphones or something like that.
With the bass in this, it don't matter.
No, you just need something with a bass response, and it will rattle your cage.
Well, I have Bose headphones, but I'm not finished repairing them. So
the bass in this, if you were to put these through like some really full home stereo speakers, you danger your windows.
Oh, good. Yeah. I actually have that. I built them over 15 years ago.
You get yourself some 15-inch subwoofers, you might put your windows in danger with this bass in this.
They have 12-inch woofers, my speakers, and they're damn huge. They can play.
But is that music fitting for your channel at all?
If it wasn't for Paramount, yeah.
And that crappy series. Okay, no, I shouldn't have said that.
No, I've trust me, I've done all the themes except for Enterprise in MIDI.
Well, which Enterprise would you do if you had a choice? Because there are two of them.
Three.
One they use a freaking Aerosmith song, so that don't count.
There are three.
Yeah, I don't count the Mirrorverse.
No, not Mirror.
No, the Mirrorverse is the one that you would have to choose in that case.
No, I'm talking about the NX-01.
Yes, we're talking about the themes that were used during that series.
That wasn't Aerosmith? That wasn't Aerosmith.
It might as well have been.
Yeah.
It was fucking over-the-counter music. No, you don't do that with a show.
I do believe at least the first version they used in the series, that was custom made for the series, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, but it was styled after the Aerosmith style at that time, and it was
it was butt rock.
It was cookie cutter at best.
No, it was butt rock. Let's call it what it was.
Well, what's funny is my wife, she loves Star Trek just as much as I do. She thinks that the Enterprise theme should have been the Voyager theme, and the Voyager theme should have been the Enterprise theme.
Huh? Why though?
Because the lyrics of the Enterprise theme is about, traveling and coming home and stuff like that. And that's what Voyager's trying to do, whereas Enterprise is trying to go out and explore.
Oh, okay, Jared. Since people in the chat are being left out, I'm going to go ahead and link to the G drive with the MIDI that I sent you.
Although it has a limit of possible downloads, though, per hour or per day.
There's 16 people watching. I'm one of them. I don't think we're going to exceed that.
Yeah, we're not worried about it at midnight Eastern on a Friday.
Or 6:20 a.m. here. Yeah, okay.
So for those that are wondering about why Jared has a bass boner right now, there's the music.
Yeah, I'm just wondering when the tinnitus is going to flare up now because of it.
It's worth it.
Okay.
Oh, I'm not saying it wasn't worth it. It's just I'm ready for it.
Now the real question is, did you redo the X-Men cartoon theme?
Ooh.
Although I think that was already MIDI based to begin with.
Actually, no, it wasn't. But he definitely used a lot of hi-hats, and I've done a MIDI for that one too.
Why am I surprised?
You got to remember, I've been dealing with MIDI since I was like 15 years old.
Oh,
well,
and
hey,
I'm 48 now.
Back in the 30s.
Many people would say that MIDI is archaic, and they are correct. But it still works. And there is nothing that there is nothing yet that has that is well. There isn't anything to replace it in the music world, anyway.
Yeah, MIDI is still widely used everywhere in the music industry.
Mm-hmm.
It might not be
other
used, it might
places
not
too.
be used. It might not be used exclusively for MIDI sequencing anymore.
No,
but it is still used in every music application you can ever find.
Yeah.
Even when you're using like Fruity Loops, that is still a MIDI-driven piece of software.
Yeah, I mean, I know that many people use it for with just a keyboard and literally using it to control animatronic displays.
Now,
I mean, it's just useful.
now, Sean, I think you just made Glober Mom's night.
Why's that?
Ooh.
Oh, fine, reading up. Well, she won't be listening to music for the rest of the night, but we know what she'll be doing with it.
If you would have been a man, you could have said, well, yeah, they're not supposed to be used for that head. Well, we can't really do it here, though. That sucks. But, oh well.
Yeah, I think that I've made, I think I'm up to like almost 13,000 MIDIs that I've made throughout all these freaking years.
Yeah. Well, when you're good at something and you enjoy what you do.
I mean, it's a hobby.
All right. So we're right up against the 4-hour mark, and yeah, I could use some sleep after what took place earlier.
Yeah, I should probably do something productive today.
Why?
And just since you brought it up there, whoever brought it up, I'm going to convert this one up.
You're welcome, everybody.
Well, you have fun with that, and to everyone else out there, thank you to all the new members who've shown up, and for everything going forward, keep an eye out. The Discord server shall be entertaining in some ways. Let's try to get a hold of everyone and get them migrated over, because, yeah, unplanned, but we'll make the most of it.
Yeah. I got Alan, by the way.
Thank you, sir. All right. We will see you all next time we go live.
Later, everybody.